Good evening, football fans. We're here in Perry, Georgia for tonight's matchup between your Westfield Hornets and the St. Anne-Pacelli Vikings, coming to you live from the campus of Westfield here in Perry at Marvin Darrington Stadium and Ronnie Jones Field. Got an exciting matchup tonight between a very good St. Anne-Pacelli team and Westfield School Hornets. Westfield honoring their seniors tonight in their last home game. Kind of a playoff tune-up tonight as we get ready to strap it up and get after it in a perfect night for football, Coach.
Yeah, Coach Fowler. Beautiful night here at the Hornets Nest. Westfield hosting Pacelli. It's a big game. Lot kind of on the line with regard to a chance to move up for Westfield possibly. The power rankings and how the brackets fall are kind of 99.5% solidified, so it's really about playing well going into the playoffs. I think, Coach Fowler, you would probably agree, a little different than it used to be in years past, where you might be playing for a different spot in the region and getting a different bracket. So you kind of got three goals a night. You want to possibly move up a little bit in the power rankings, maybe pull off the upset, stay healthy, and play better. Just get better, because there's a bigger picture.
Absolutely. You can see the Quad A rankings there on your screen for the GIAA. Actually, the most updated rankings, Presbyterian has actually jumped Pacelli into the first spot. Right. Pacelli currently ranked 2. It's very close, and that could change based on the results of the next 2 weeks. St. Anne-Pacelli may have one more. No, they can't, because playoff starts next week. But First Presbyterian obviously has a big rivalry game tonight. You can see Westfield down there at number 10. I'm not sure that Westfield's going to be moving a lot, Coach, because I think there's a big gap between them and 9 and them and 11. So we're probably locked into that 10 spot, which would leave us matching up with the number 7 ranked team, which, as you can see there, is Brookstone. But there's several teams there kind of in a cluster that may change after tonight's results. George Walton is in that area. Stratford is in that area. Bethlehem Christian kind of all in that range. So you just don't know how that's all going to work out. For instance, George Walton and Bethlehem play tonight. So what will happen there? I would say Bethlehem has a very nice record, but their strength of schedule not the strongest. So we just don't know how that's going to work out.
Yeah, and just really, I don't want to say strange, but you've been in this league long enough. Do you remember the days where let's say maybe you weren't playing for a region championship, but you're playing to be either the 2 or the 3 seed.
Hosting a game.
And there's such just a vast difference. Well, now, the top 6 teams get a bye the first week.
That's right.
Correct. And then you have a 10-7 matchup, an 8-9 matchup, and they move on. So just from a coaching standpoint, just very interesting. Like, how do you go about it? You want to be playing well to go in the playoffs. You don't want to show too much of what you might have for the playoffs, especially offensively. I mean, by now everybody knows how you line up defensively.
Right.
But it's those things those chess pieces that you kind of hold on to offensively that, to me, it screams we may not sell out tonight.
All right, so as we get ready to get closer to game action here, let's look at our keys to the game.
Cover AZ. I assume that's the wide receiver that's pretty good for Pacelli. Force long drives, and for Pacelli, they need to they need to pressure the quarterback. They need to start quick on offense. They need to limit turnovers. I mean, they're the favorite. So when you're the favorite, you don't want to have turnovers, and they need to limit penalties and just continue doing what they've done over the course of 2 years now. They're a good-looking squad.
Absolutely, and I know for a fact they've got 2 very good-looking outside linebackers / defensive end, alley-type players, Coach. We'll be talking a lot about tonight.
They're extremely aggressive on defense. But I look for us to run some misdirection, possibly slow them down.
Yeah, I know Coach Chad Campbell told me he had a plan in place for that. And then we had an opportunity here with us being at senior night. You can see our seniors out there recognizing us tonight with Will McLean, William Stringer. That is Trey Hardy and Dean Massey as our captains. Our other 2, Hunter Massey and Weston Rankin, they only allow 4 out, so somebody had to stay back. And so they'll represent us as captain senior night here. Our guys are hoping to go out on a win there. And maybe we can catch Pacelli sleeping a little bit because I think the region's already locked up for them. If my math is right.
I mean, it's the same flip. Flip it and saying kind of what do we have to play for? What do they have to play for? And some, as coaches, you've been in the big game. I've been in the big game, and you've been in those playoff stretches, and you really start going, man, I'd hate to get somebody injured on really a contest that, in many ways, may be inconsequential. I don't want to say that definitively, but you're trying to be healthy for the long term.
Absolutely. But I can say the Westfield's playing some of their best football of the season.
Right.
Taking, of course, they're off last week, but they took Brookstone down to the wire week before last, and really had a chance to win that game, honestly. So you'd like to see the continuation of that going into next week's first round of the playoffs. You can see there the results of the toss. Looks like Westfield has won and deferred.
I'll say this: I've watched some Pacelli film, but it seems like every Pacelli film I watched, they were at home with red on red with red helmets.
That's right.
Pretty good program when you got white
two
helmets different helmets.
That's right. All right, let's compare the two quarterbacks of the two programs here. You can see Pacelli with Christian Brown as a quarterback. His completion percentage there, thrown for 655 yards, 9 TDs, 3 interceptions. Compared to our quarterback, Braden Gay, who's thrown a lot more passes, in fact, almost 3 times as many, and certainly has thrown for about 3 times as many yards and TDs and a few more interceptions, throwing the ball a lot more. That kind of highlights the fact of Pacelli's wing T attack, Coach.
They run the ball. They got a back that's got over 1,000 years. When you say, okay, their quarterback's thrown for 600, then you go looking at stats. They got a running back that's ran for over 1,000, so it makes sense. Head coach comparison. Head coach Dwight Jones for Pacelli, 8-1 this year, region record 3-0, and obviously they're going to be first in the region. And depending on the FPD Stratford game, they may go back up 1 in the max preps. Chad Campbell 4-5 this year, region record 1-2. Region ranking at 4th right now. As both teams get settled in, see the Hornets saying a team prayer, getting ready to get after it on senior night.
So, Coach, we've had a all right, so as we get ready to tee it up here, Pacelli is going to receive first, I believe, as Westfield will be kicking off. And look at their offense. We've already talked about the quarterback.
And there's the AZ guy.
Fullback Desi Morgan, running back Corby James, another running back Jason Nelson, as you'll see them in that, like I said, that wing T set. There's their wide receiver, AZ Justy, I may pronounce that incorrectly. Tight end Omar Kimbrough. And then across the front, left to right, you've got Andy Carter, Thomas Sims, C.J. Thomas. There's a name we're familiar to us, even though not the same guy. Clay Ivey and D.J. Horn for the Pacelli offense. As you can see, Weston Rankin teeing the ball up, and he'll put toe to leather, and we'll get this thing going.
And for the Westfield defense, nose guard Jackson Spence, defensive end Sammy McGee, another defensive end Rigney McCall at linebacker Neil O'Brien, other linebacker Michael Easom, Dean Massey, Mr. Westfield at linebacker, Thatcher Reddick linebacker, and in the secondary Hunter Massey, Russ Hiley, Reagan Waller, and Brock Johnson.
No, it wasn't Reagan.
Not Reagan Waller. It was Grayson.
Yeah.
The graphics went off. Shout out to Reagan, though, Mr. Flash Gordon.
As you see a return there from Pacelli, he's going to work it out over the 30-yard line to about the 33 or 34, where he's taken down by a host of Hornets.
You take that every time, Coach Fowler.
Yes, sir.
Haven't been able to watch a ton of Pacelli film. I watched the Pacelli game versus Stratford. I watched the Pacelli game versus Tattnall. And even though they're wing T coach, they get in a lot of different sets, some of their shotgun packages. I wouldn't say they're spread principles, even though they get in some spread sets. It's kind of half sprint outs, not a ton of what I'd say true spread principles. Could be wrong.
Well,
I haven't watched their whole body of work.
As you say that, it's more of a pro look here coming out.
Yep, little sniffer or H-back.
There's a big old H-back too, buddy. Maybe got a quarterback sweeper jet right here.
That's on-off principles. So
we got tackled on the end. I guess they're not going to call that one. Hoots has got him kind of cornered, misses the tackle, but cleaned up there eventually by, is that Waller on the tackle?
Yeah.
Coach Campbell's upset because they thought his end got held, and I would tend to agree.
And Coach Fowler, so the wideout over there is off the line, which tells you, I don't know if it was an overset. I don't think a tight end was up top because you had two receivers down here. Right. So that tells you the second guy from the sideline is ineligible. He stepped on so that jet guy can step off, and everybody's running that, and they kind of out leverage you to one side. That is a big. I like how people call him the sniffer. I just refuse to. I like just saying the H-back.
Hornets are there for that one. Can't make the play behind the line of scrimmage, but he's run down eventually from behind. Got to do a better job of tackling there. Had a chance to put him behind the chains a little bit.
Yeah, and you can see a little shake there with that guy.
So that's going to bring up a 2nd down and 5 from the 15-yard line. I tell you, Pacelli not only has quick skill athletes, Coach, they got a lot of size up front, so it's kind of a double-headed monster.
Yeah, they are built well. They've had some guys that are, got some big legs and thighs. There's a wing T traditional play. That's good defense right there.
Sniffed out by the Hornets, but he drives a couple of tacklers close to the first down mark. Looks like maybe he's going to be a little short. We'll call it 3rd and 1.
Because I think we need to get 2 helmets for middle school. Our guys do so well keeping up with their helmet number 1. We'll just add another helmet.
It'd be game 3. We'd have a mixture of helmets, green and white up there.
Green, white, just 3 helmets.
We even had one special green helmet this year.
We did. It kind of looked like radar on the old TV show MASH.
MASH. There's a kind of a unbalanced wing T look.
And now becoming unbalanced for sure. Well, no, he's still are we missing somebody? Was there wide out there?
Played well by the Hornets, but he's going to get the yard he needed for the first down.
Trey Hardy in on the tackle, Mr. Westfield, Dean Massey, and Russ Holly coming downhill.
Nonetheless, the chains do move. It's 1st and goal now from just inside the 10.
So, like we always say, wing T teams, they give you an extra gap when you start adding those wing backs. And
Pacelli taking their time, sending the play in.
Kind of interesting. No huddle, but taking your time.
Right, a wing T team that doesn't huddle.
But taking your time.
Run a little trap. Falls forward for a solid gain of about 5, maybe 6. That'll make it 2nd goal from, we'll call it the 4. Hornets had a little problem getting lined up there before the snap. Like somebody was on the wrong side and had some late movement.
Which ain't good when somebody runs fullback trap because there's we're sometimes we'll be a little upfield and that plays into that trap.
Absolutely.
And then you're not lined up correctly. You just give them a natural seam.
Hornets sniffed that out. Great play there by number 19, Neil O'Brien.
And I don't think that was an intended bootleg. It looked like there was a little misconception.
Might have been.
A misconception. No. Wow. I have some misconceptions.
I have misconceptions about what you were trying to say.
It's a long week.
So here's the play here on the replay.
Yep.
I'm not quite sure what happened there.
Yeah, and that's good
miscommunication,
discipline.
I think maybe.
That's great discipline on the backside by Neil O'Brien.
You have to sit when action goes away from you. If you're that outside linebacker like Neil is, you have to sit for counter and waggle, right? That's the rule.
Yeah, you just squat because you're not going to help over there and C gap. JJ, well, they're talking technical stuff. I can't hear.
Oh, I'm about tripped up in the backfield. The Hornets stand tall, drop him at the 5-yard line.
Yeah.
It was going to make a 4th down and 5, 4th down and goal.
Trey Hardy has played. I was talking to Coach Lee Campbell last week, and he was singing Trey's praises about, he hadn't played with his hand in the dirt a lot in his career, and they've asked him to come, play some DN, put his hand in the ground, and he's made 2 plays in the run game on this series. That's a win on that series.
It looks like they're going to try a field goal now from Pacelli.
Always love seeing a lineman number kick. I just like that.
And he knuckles it through, I think, but it didn't clear the bar by much, but it did clear it. So that'll be an early 3-0 lead for Pacelli. But honestly, Coach, after that first play, I'd call that a win for the Hornets.
I mean, what do we say? Bleed slowly. run clock. When you're the underdog, we're the underdog.
I think so. I think that's safe to say. Look at the rankings.
When you're the underdog, most underdogs don't win 52-50, but sometimes the underdog can win 24-21 in a lower
or 46-42.
Oh, don't give me that
Jackets.
Georgia Tech stuff.
Go Jackets.
Hey, look. As a Duke fan, I was pulling for the Jackets.
Oh, there.
Because I can't stand North Carolina.
I was pulling for Duke Thursday night.
Thank you.
Last night. That was last night.
That's why I wore my Duke visor today for College Spirit Day.
Yeah.
To pick at Court Pearson. He's a Demon Deacon fan.
I would have not been pulling for Duke, but I picked them in my pick 'em pool.
Oh, listen.
It's important to win. I like to win.
Let's go Devils. And let's go Hornets. Need a little field position here.
About to get kicked to here.
The guy was offside. The guy right by the kicker's offside.
I saw it as well.
They don't call it anymore.
Little lane to run in if he can get in there. All right, let's run down the starters for the Westfield offense. If I can get – they were up a second ago. Maybe Brett can get them back up. There he goes.
Westfield offense, quarterback Braden Gay, running back Nick Free, fullback or an H-back Jackson Hare, wide receiver Jackson St. Clair, wide receiver Mason Easom, tight end Trey Hardy, left tackle William Stringer, left guard Matthew Powers, our center Wilt Leonard, our right guard Will McLean, and our right tackle Rigdon McCall.
Coach, it just does me well to see fullback in the lineup. I think the ball was on the ground, and I'm not sure if Pacelli didn't get it, Coach.
We fumbled the snap.
And we did. And that's not what you needed to happen there with just had some momentum from getting the stop.
I'm sorry, folks, having a little technical difficulty. So we were in a we were in an ace set, ace twins, and there's the problem when you're in shotgun a lot. And then you go under center, and your quarterback has not taken a lot of snaps. You see that often. Seen it a lot in college football this year with teams, they want to get under center on the goal line, and they'll fumble a snap. Or under a center, deep in their own territory. Well, that was a new set, though. I like that set, little ace twins.
Well, the Tire defense is now back out there again, needing to get another stop. Little high snap there. And that's the direct snap there. That's the got a penalty in the backfield. That usually is a holding call. That would be beneficial for the Hornets.
And I think you had a basketball game last year, but Coach Fowler called the state championship game with Stratford and Pacelli last year. And that set and sort of that H-back with another back over there was what they ran a lot versus Stratford, a little Wildcat stuff with their quarterback who was, I think, a senior last year, running behind that line.
So that's going to make it 1st and 20 for the Vikings. Helps your Hornets out a good bit there. Let's look at the Pacelli. Oh, we've looked at the Pacelli offense already, actually, now that I think about it.
Yes, sir.
Brett Taylor and J.J. Siegel working really hard over here to do these things. Number 12, talking about their player spotlight. He's had a good season already, and for a team that doesn't throw the ball a lot. Hornets gain tackle the running back after a nice gain of about 7 yards. But they're gonna have that's going to be a key tonight, Coach. I think really rallying to the ball.
They're
replay there.
One thing I noticed on this play, number 70, their right guard is the flapper on that play pulling. Watch how he stays with it to the end, and borderline blocking the back.
Yep.
I know you can block the pile, but I don't know if you can block the pile with your helmet in a defender's back.
I think the Hornets have ball's on the ground. We got to fall on it.
And we did.
We do finally pick it up, but we got to make sure we fall on it. But Hornets do come up with the ball.
Who was that? That's Winjamin. Winjamin Hoots.
Win Hoots eventually picks it up. I was just about to say, I think the Hornets could have a legitimate gripe. That's a false start by the quarterback, the way he's stepping forward and calling for the ball, trying to get him to jump, but it works out anyway.
I'll tell you, our defense is fitting that pretty good. Trey Hardy doing a good job. And
first man to try to pick it up was, can't see the number.
Was
Neil
Waller.
O'Brien.
Neil, sorry, I get he and Waller's number mixed. So we're not under center this play, and let's see what we got.
Oh, boy.
So one thing that glaringly stood out the moment I turned on the Pacelli film is their defense is super fast, flies to the ball, and, this is I'm not Nostradamus, but this is nothing breaking. But, to slow, fast defenses down, sometimes it's got to be right underneath them. It's got to be misdirection.
Right.
Because, the lateral stuff, they kind of pin their ears and go.
Well, that Pacelli, by my count, only had 2 men in coverage on that play, so they sent 9 after the ball.
They look like they're in a stunt package here.
And there's how you hurt them, Coach.
Yep, right underneath them, directly at them, not laterally. If they want to stunt and get in wide gaps and come off the edge, then they don't have enough linebackers. And Coach Campbell may have seen that and checked to that.
And you just got to create a little crease for your back to slip through, as you see here on the replay.
What's the shortest line between, 2 points, straight line?
Yeah.
Shortest distance.
That was a good job covering the ball up and getting downhill by Nick Free.
Love it. Teams that stun a lot can give up some big plays in the run game.
I know Braden Gay was adamant that he needed a timeout, but I'm not sure what was going on. Maybe we got a play call wrong or something was wrong on the play band. So Coach Campbell will gather up his offense and make sure they're all on the same page. Looks like just while we got a minute during this timeout, let's take a quick break to hear from our sponsors. You're watching Westfield Hornet football on Mid-Georgia Sports Network.
What's up, Houston County? My name's Megan. We are in the beautiful town of Perry, Georgia today. We are at Big Indian Creek Waterway, and we're going to talk about a little bit about the trails here and what all you can do in this park. So first off, if you go down this trail over here to my left, you will have 15 minutes of walking one way. If you do 15 minutes that way and 15 minutes back, you're at a total of 30 minutes. Come on, let's go. Come on, Bandit. Did you know that just 30 minutes of walking a day can do so much for your overall health? It can improve your mood, it can also improve your digestion, and it can also reduce your risk for heart.
Welcome back to Perry at Westfield School for tonight's matchup between Westfield Hornets and Pacelli Vikings. Westfield with a 1st and 10, Gay back to pass, wanted something deep, couldn't find it, and is going to struggle. Is going to end up taking a sack for about a yard loss. Would have liked to have seen a earlier whistle before somebody gets hurt. Actually, they may give him the line of scrimmage, Coach, so maybe you take that as a no gain there.
It looks like we're wheeling Nick Free out the backfield, which looked like that was his first read, and their OLB or safety type did a good job jumping the wheel route by running back out of the backfield.
So 2nd and 10 now for the Hornets from their own 39. Jackson St. Clair in motion. Gay throws a slant. Little behind, but finally caught by Mason Eason with a circus catch.
We have been saying all year, you remember some of that, he's got really good hands.
He does.
Who was it he made a play against on kind of a ball behind him? I don't know if it was Heritage, kind of on a wet field. But that's a tough play. That ball is kind of behind you. Mason has been a pleasant surprise, not a surprise. I mean, he's a good athlete in the receiver department this year.
So Thatcher Reddick now out in the slot.
Up there upfield, and we kind of get a crease. We got to stay on the block, so.
A little bit of a delay type handoff there, Coach, like a draw maybe.
Yeah. And if we – not that we're asking for a replay, but, if the lineman would kind of pass set, it's a draw. Kind of, in a draw scheme, offensive linemen are inviting defensive linemen to rush upfield to create a seam, and then you kind of fan block them and get up underneath them. So I don't know if it probably was.
So Mason Eason isolated here on the side, trips up to the top side. St. Clair in motion. Got an early blitz, and Gay is going to end up taking a sack for about a 12-yard loss.
That's the AZ guy, isn't it? The good receiver? Number 12?
That is him. He is an outside linebacker as well.
So that was kind of a stunt from the boundary. Everybody runs it. outside linebacker type. Instead of just playing a key, he just comes right off the edge. And I don't know if we had a protection package, issue or mishap, but that was one of our keys to the game. You got to protect, Coach Fowler.
That's right. And now the Hornets facing a 3rd and 21. Got to imagine here, Coach, you call something safe and just
punt it away.
Unless maybe you get lucky and break something. Now we're going back 5 more yards because we can't get on the same page on the snap count. So I think based on Coach Campbell's reaction, he might have had a play he liked there.
Well, you saw Will McClain kind of kick sliding, so it was some type of pass set, and we were in an overset. So pass protection.
And based on
it wasn't a run play.
Based on Trey Hardy backpedaling, I'm wondering if it wasn't that same tight end screen we've seen a few times. But I know they've seen it on film. They've got now we got another penalty.
Well, I think did Trey put his hand down and then set back? If he puts his hand on the ground, he can't step back.
That's correct. If he did, that's another 5 yards.
Now those guys could be talking about Waffle House
maybe
later.
They're saying it wasn't set yet. That could be it. They're
he's waving it off. Yep.
Maybe they had not blown the play in yet. We caught a break there possibly.
And I didn't see if Trey put his hand down or not.
But I couldn't help but notice that really 9 guys almost in the box. Looking for a shot. Yeah, not really sure where he was going with that one. I guess
we didn't protect again. That's going to be a late hit, though.
That might be a 15-yard penalty and an automatic first down.
Yeah, I think they're going to get 83 for the late hit. Yep.
Personal foul. That's going to be an automatic first down, right? A shot to the head, he calls.
Oof. Not 83. It was the other guy. We'll take it.
Any way we can get it.
It wasn't like a violent blow. It was kind of maybe he went in with high hands. If you're, kind of under the chin. I think when you kind of almost went forearm up under around the chin strap.
It is a first down. Yeah. Okay. I thought it was. I just wasn't 100% sure. Caleb Andrews coming in the game, Coach. He's been getting more and more burn as the season is going on.
Saw Caleb sighting today when I came to visit you. Just sitting there quietly doing his work.
Yeah, doing his work. Man, a few words. So Jackson Hare now into the backfield. I believe that's Jackson, 31.
And now, we're under center, and we are in an unbalanced set up top, Coach. You see we're guard, tackle, tight end, extra tight end, and an H-back. And we're creating extra gaps, and I like that.
And we'll take that every play, Coach, 70 yards.
We're creating extra gaps with that extra tight end. Then you got Thatcher in there at H-back, and it's just downhill run. And Jackson Hare's shown that he's proficient in the downhill run game.
You've got Dean Massey as the left tight end. An extra lineman in the game with Trey Hardy as the overload tight end to the unbalanced. Maybe the same play. Listen. I think it's going to be just short of the first down, but it's going to be 3rd and short, maybe 1.5 or so.
And these are the kind of sets, I said it a couple weeks ago, you just don't, if you're a D coordinator.
Call it a full 2, actually.
You catch Coach Campbell's offense, in the playoffs, you're like, geez, how many sets I got to prepare for?
That's right. Similar look here. Going off tackle this time. Hare's going to have the first across the 40-yard line. And the Hornets have a little something cooking here, Coach.
Listen, as a former head coach that ran the I was fortunate enough to have 2 tailbacks go over 2,000 yards and back-to-back, 2 different kids in back-to-back years over 2,000 yards. What we are running right now, my heart is warm.
And that's going to take us down to the end of the first quarter. And I think anybody would have said we'll take 3-0.
We're running the ball and we're running the clock.
That's right.
Not that we can't do some other things. Now, we do some other things great, and it's fun to watch, and it's well designed, but this keep you in games.
So at the end of 1, it's Pacelli 3, Westfield 0. We'll take a break here on Mid-Georgia Sports Network.
What's up, up, Houston County? My name's Megan. We are in the beautiful town of Perry, Georgia today. We are at Big Indian Creek Waterway, and we're going to talk about a little bit about the trails here and what all you can do in this park. So first off, if you go down this trail over here to my left, you will have 15 minutes of walking one way. If you do 15 minutes that way and 15 minutes back, you're at a total of 30 minutes. Come on, let's go. Come on, Bandit. Did you know that just 30 minutes of walking a day can do so much for your overall health? It can improve your mood, it can also improve your digestion, and it can also reduce your risk for heart disease. So why wouldn't you want to take a walk? This beautiful park here in Perry, Georgia is the perfect place to take a 15-minute to 30-minute walk, and it's dog friendly. So come join us and get house and healthy today.
And we're back here in Perry. Westfield ball on the 40, 1st and 10. Quarterback Braden Gay pulls it.
Well, that was, it was like a quarterback counter, Coach. We faked the jet, and it's like a Q run up in there, and I thought we had a little seam.
I didn't catch the pull. It seemed like one of the Pacelli defenders had kind of fallen down and kind of muddied it all up. Or
yeah, I don't know if we pulled a guard. I just know we kind of went action. We pulled.
It definitely was a counter type action. You're right.
We pulled a guard, and then you have the sniffer who's flapping up in there. The sniffer being Thatcher Reddick.
St. Clair in motion. Gay going to throw the ball. Takes a deep shot. There's nothing there. Reddick wheeled out of the backfield, and
that's Justy, 12.
I'll tell you, he's got some talent, Coach. Both of their outside linebackers, he and number 5.
Look at that wingspan, and that's what they look at, for offensive line. outside linebackers at the next level. You remember this? Remember the 7-on-7 that year at Dooley County?
Oh yeah.
And the dude runs with Reagan Waller, in fact, on the wheel route.
Antonius Clayton.
And the coach from Dooley County goes, yeah, man, he's going to Florida. We were like, excuse me? Yeah, he signed with Florida.
Yeah, he did. He ended up at Tech eventually, but he never really could get on the field. He got anyway, had some injuries and stuff. But
poor soul, ended up
great
at Tech.
talent. Had a man open in the flats with Jackson Hare, but he kind of locked onto his receiver that time. And the Hornets are going to look like they're going to have to punt it away here.
And it's kind of that territory when your Brock's got a good leg.
If you look here, if Braden Gay had kind of spanned to his left, you'll see Jackson Hare over there wide open in the flats.
They have no flats defender over there. He's got to kind of.
Well, you got to know with the experience we have in our coaching staff, maybe they'll come back to that and can find a way to take advantage of that later. Love to see Brock pin them deep here.
That's actually going to be a good one.
Play. He's got to find the ball. Yeah, that's going to get him down.
Let it roll.
To about the 6-yard line, which is a great job from Johnson. The freshman, Brock Johnson, pins him deep.
That is great. That's a good series for you, even though you don't score.
Yeah. But found something you may be able to do to move the football. Burned a lot of clock. Now you need your defense to stand tall again. We talked about
can't give up the big play.
Can't give it. I was about to say the exact same thing, Coach. The words right out of my mouth. One of our keys to the game was not giving up the big play. No, that's like-mindedness.
Well, it obviously puts points on the board, but it demoralizes you when you give up big plays.
So Pacelli pinned deep. You'd have to think they'd come out kind of running at us.
Yeah, and they're in a overset right now. They're in what you would call red over.
That's just power sweep, and we stood it up pretty good, Coach.
Yeah, we got
Matthew Powers moving to the strong side. When the tight end tumbled, so did he.
We got 52, and who's 52? Rigdon 62. Who's 62?
62 is Rigdon McCall,
yeah,
right?
he was in there.
52 is Sammy McGee.
Sammy's smiling the whole time, too.
Oh, without a doubt. Without a doubt.
He'd be, in middle school, he'd say, Coach Farmer, did you set a play? Yeah, Sammy, I just saw the play.
I'm the defensive play caller. I was watching.
I was watching you make it, buddy.
Yeah.
He can go. Sammy's special.
Again, bright future for the Hornets. There's a jet sweep.
Yeah, and they got us out leveraged. We got to come on.
Big hit on the sideline. They are able to get the first down.
They kind of set us there. I don't know if we got it on no jet sweep. Had everybody reaching and backs reaching out there.
Yeah, got a replay here from the end zone camera, which is kind of neat here. Brett's got some new toys here.
And we just don't get our hat on the right side.
Yeah.
We got to come on. Get a fight across those blocks, run laterally, and the secondary's got to come up when they read their keys.
Tell you, Pacelli uses every second of the play clock. Clocks are already under 15, approaching 10, and they're not even set yet.
And this right here is an empty set, which may be jet up top. Yep.
It is. He tries to cut it back, but we got a whistle before the snap. It's got to be a false start. It is, or a formation.
Yeah, it might have been
start. Going to be 1st and 15 now.
That was a Chance Jones, Ronnie Jones set right there. Notorious for going no fullback and an extra wing back and running jet.
But Coach, make note of the fact that we had that one strung out a little better.
We did.
We didn't give up the outside edge so quick, and he tried to cut it back inside.
Yeah, we
were able to fit it up. So that was going to be a minimal gain. So
defense is playing well. Yes, we're kind of in some 50 principles right now. Almost like a shade.
Little waggle look, trying to throw it, nobody home.
And that should be grounding, right?
I guess they're going to say he was outside the pocket.
Was he? Because
I'm not 100% sure about that.
First of all, the play fake looked like it was. I'm not going to say misconceived this time.
Wait,
here's
the replay here.
Like who's the play fake did not match with kind of the routes.
Maybe there it was frozen. There we go.
Yeah, he normally would boot back this way.
Yeah, I thought he went the wrong way as well.
I'm pointing to the screen like people can see me.
I saw you, Coach. I saw your fingers. Guys, he was pointing the way he was supposed to go.
Well, all the routes were working back to their sideline, so he should have been booting that way unless it was.
That's the next step for Brett on Mid-Georgia Sports is we need a telestrator.
Oh, my gosh.
What would you do?
I might not go home.
Yeah? Be writing
messages,
writing love messages to Joyce on the screen there.
Easy, killer. Yep.
Miss you, XOXO.
Oh, for sure.
Hope she's watching.
She's a good woman if she's put up with me for. Oh, she's reading a book.
Oh,
she's
Coach, there's crowns. There's jewels in her crown for putting up with you for sure.
Yep, no doubt.
A little confusion defensively for the Hornets.
They're in an overset.
We're there. We got it filled up.
Oh, look at Thatcher. Oh, that's Mr. Westfield. Sorry.
That's Mr. Westfield. Dean Massey fitting that up. And Coach, that's a great. I've already flipped the down markers. And now third down. Okay, now third down. I thought that it'd go on the 4, so it's going to be third and a long 12.
And you just want to make sure if they get the first down here, you're fine, but make them earn it. Don't let them outset you or have a coverage mishap or something like that. Make them make a play.
That big number 15 that they've been using as the kind of the H-back is moving a little slow already, Coach.
Coach, I noticed Matthew Perry.
Matthew Perry.
Sorry. Matthew Powers. I guess I've read so much Matthew Perry stuff. There's a little half sprint.
He wants the deep ball.
They threw a flag. They're going to get us.
I don't know about that.
And it's a wheel scheme, maybe almost an out and up. They probably had a curl with a slot wheel off of it.
Is it a 10-yard penalty, though? Because it won't be a first down if that's the case.
It's going to be from the spot.
Is it?
Oh, no. Well, we got somebody clapping their hand, Russ. Maybe it was a rub route. Maybe they're going to call it was a pick. Because that is a rub scheme.
They're bringing in punt personnel. You're right.
So when you see a flag in the secondary, you think hold
automatically. Yeah, automatically. The call is what's the hand behind the back? I don't even know what that was.
And I don't think
quarterback wasn't past the line of scrimmage, was he?
Well,
they go forward pass.
Well, back to Matthew Powers, not Matthew Perry, RIP as you said, but Matthew Powers, Coach, he's lining up some on the tight end. He's playing like a C-gap defender.
Yeah, taking away a lot of that power stuff.
Right.
He's
not being, like an A or B gap player right tonight. We're getting some texts.
Yeah, a little what's up to our old friend Holly. Holly's not old. She's been a friend for a long time. You're not old.
Hey, he said it, Holly. I didn't say it.
Y'all got a block there, but the Hornets are going to get that in plus field position on the Pacelli 47, I think. So, about got a hold of that.
Hey, Mason Eason, how solid has that guy been in punt return?
46. Sorry, Coach. Field position was even better than I thought.
Mason Eason, solid in the punt return game. He sometimes the guys are scared to catch the ball. They're worried about fumbling. He has given us field position all year by not letting punts roll out.
That's right. And that's big. I mean, that's big. So we're on this side of the field here, and Coach, I'd be surprised if we don't get a steady dose of the run game here, even though Pacelli is showing
Coach,
8 men in the box.
New set for us over there.
We wanted to go a little reverse, Coach, but it didn't work out. Pacelli just ate it up.
That's that up pressure. If you're running something that takes a while to develop and they're really upfield, sometimes you get disaster. And sometimes you hit them with
trying to catch them flowing one way and go back the other.
So some obviously we didn't seal on a down block.
Yeah,
I think we missed the down block.
Too much penetration to even get it off.
But not the end of the world because you still had to get a field position.
The clock is ticking, though, which is a good thing for the Hornets. Got to think now being behind the chains.
So for us, Trey Hardy will be ineligible.
Little quick play there. The water bug. There's Jackson St. Clair right there, and I think he's our player spotlight.
Yeah, 22 receptions on the year, 3 T's for a strong 405 yards. You'd wonder what his yard after catch, his yak is.
Oh, it's got to be big, yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
You can see the replay here as Jackson gets positive yardage there. Something to come back to.
And number 1 for Pacelli. Probably the best hair on the field, kind of a.
St. Clair seems to be having some problems figuring out the play on the band. A little confusion. Not to St. Clair, so I guess I should be clear. Stone goes now across the formation with Jackson, and we're going to have to get a timeout.
Coach Campbell's not happy.
You can't help but wonder if there's a communication problem or is it a situation with the band.
Right.
And, what's going on there.
Yeah.
But with the timeout, let's take another quick break to hear from a word from our sponsors here on the Mid-Georgia Sports Network.
What's up, Houston County? My name's Megan. We are in the beautiful town of Perry, Georgia today. We are at Big Indian Creek Waterway, and we're going to talk about a little bit about the trails here and what all you can do in this park. So first off, if you go down this trail over here to my left, you will have 15 minutes of walking one way. If you do 15 minutes that way and 15 minutes back, you're at a total of 30 minutes. Come on, let's go. Come on, Bandit. Did you know that just 30 minutes of walking a day can do so much for your overall health? It can improve your mood, it can also improve your digestion, and it can also reduce your risk for heart disease. So why wouldn't you want to take a walk? This beautiful park here in Perry, Georgia is the perfect place to take a 15-minute to 30-minute walk.
Hearing the word there from Houston Healthcare, one of our great sponsors here, and my cousin, Megan Fowler-Reagan there as a spokesperson. Hornets now 3rd and 10. Had the play right. Looking downfield for somebody open. He's going to have to throw this one away, I think, and he does. Just to stay alive.
It's all right, and you just punt them deep again.
But I tell you, Coach, we had enough pass pro there to actually have time to get something off. Just couldn't get anybody open.
Yeah, that
the first down little reverse attempt really hurt us on that drive. Sorry about cutting you off there.
I just think it's glaringly obvious Pacelli's skill guys in the secondary, their back end's pretty good.
Oh, without a doubt.
I mean, and you got to be careful. You don't want to punt to this guy. You especially don't want to punt it to where he can return something toward their sideline because that's the wide side of the field right now, and you assume he's got
balls in the ground. Johnson with a heck of a play to field that like a shortstop. And we're going to get him down. And it's not ideal field position. Of course, it's a 27 or so, but I'm going to tell you, Johnson with a heck of a play just to field that ball on the short hop and get it off.
And I think that's the first bad snap we've seen all year from Russ Holly.
Yeah, I think you may be right about that.
He's done a great job. But, Brock backed him up. Would have liked to pin him a little deeper, but that could have been a disaster.
Absolutely.
Shout out to the coaches that painted the field.
Look sharp. The green numbers look good, don't they? And
I feel like I'm at the Meadowland watching the Jets play.
A little bit with the green on green. I can feel it.
Jets.
Quarterback less. Oh, my bad. Too soon?
No.
Oh, eat up right there.
Hardy.
Trey Hardy, senior night. Trey Hardy makes a stick in the backfield. That's going to be a loss of about 3 yards on first down.
And a host of Hornets. Neil, Sammy, Mr. Westfield, Rigdon.
Coach, I'm gonna go ahead and say this. I have no idea how this game's going to turn out. No idea. But we're going to be trouble for somebody in the playoffs.
Yeah,
whoever that 7 seed is not excited that the Hornets are coming into town next week.
You're right, and you just, as I've said, Westfield can walk and chew gum. I know there's not a winning record right now, but we're young. Jeez.
Throw goes underneath.
Look at Thatcher Reddick.
Stood up there. They get about, we'll call it 5 yards back, but it's going to be 3rd and 8 now for the Pacelli Vikings. So a chance to get off the field here for the Westfield Hornets. Boy, I'll tell you what, we rolled those corners up, and Win Hoots, young Win Hoots, the freshman, gets up in this receiver's face, who is
and he's a good
one
player.
of the best players in the state, going to play college football, I'm sure, at some point, and he just sat there and stuck him.
And this has been historically where they've run a little half sprint out game. They could come fade.
For the fade,
yeah,
the way he pulled inside.
Yeah,
Yep, I thought the same thing. He's setting him up for it.
Yeah, shorten that split, but he's just running
dragging.
a mesh.
Little mesh route. Hits his man, drops it. Michael, or excuse me, that's Mason Easom, right? Tagging along behind
he threw you off with the hoodie. I know the hoodie threw you off a little.
It did a little bit. It did.
He's swagging it a little.
Defense stands tall yet again, Coach.
Speaking of swag, just kidding. My jacket from the Spirit Shop. That Spirit Shop crew, they got some nice products.
Kind of swaggy.
If you haven't been by the Spirit Shop, get you a black jacket, black
I like
vest.
that. I don't know if they have that in my size. I picked up a nice new pullover today. You didn't even know about.
I'm cold.
Little hand-me-down action. It's actually brand new, but we almost got it again. Coach, we're going to get one of those at some point tonight. We're going to end up with great field position. That ball takes a Hornet roll, and we're going to actually end up around the 47-yard line, which is right where we were when we punted it a minute ago.
No harm, no foul. And the great thing, Dean Massey, very disciplined there.
Yeah,
trying to block it, but not going to rough the kicker.
That's right.
Not going to rough the kicker.
That's 2 punts in a row. We've been inches from getting one. Good job there by the returner pointing that out. Is that Mason Easom again? Pointing that out, saying, hey, look out. The ball's short. Don't let it hit you. Good field position. I just want to see some downhill run right here, Coach.
Yeah, we may come back to that set with Jackson Harris some. You can't, he's had some knee issues. And he's still young. You don't want to run him 20 times a night. I mean, I know he carried it a lot against Heritage.
Yep. Notice how wide the receivers are. That's usually a tell there.
Yeah, we've run historically off of that.
Only 6 men in the box, Coach. It's a run set. And there it is. Hare's going to get we'll give him 3 yards. And we'll take
like
that.
The crease was a gap wider to the right, didn't it?
Yeah, it did.
Let's
see. I don't know if we have that on replay there, but it looked like the crease was a little wider.
There's a linebacker fitting that, though.
It is.
Jackson would be like, why don't you guys come out here and run
down.
Yeah, I think he hit it where he had
right.
to.
You're right. Yeah, he was there.
Well, and 2nd and 8's manageable. That's better than 2nd and 15 that we had earlier.
Coach, I'll give him 3. It might be 2nd and 7, but I think you're on schedule there for sure. A little quick pass and a slant that hits Easom again, and he's going to pull the man forward. That's a first down.
Yeah, that guy, he's had a good year for us receiving the ball.
And Coach, you're dead on talking about how good their athletes are on the back end, but and I know you didn't intend it that way, but I'll tell you what, don't sell our guys short athletically. We got
not at all.
We got some guys that can run. That's some of your track guys, right? I'm gonna set you up.
Oh, hey, this week's track spotlight or promo for track.
There's your unbalanced set again, Coach. We've seen this before.
Oh, I think we really wanted to go up C-gap down here.
Yeah, penetration kind of made him cut back. But, Coach, look at the gain, though. The guy runs through contact, picks up a solid 3 yards.
Leaning forward.
Again, on schedule.
On schedule. And, and the best thing about it, tick, 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 tick.
Yes, sir. The clock now done under 4 minutes. I tell you, we might could get leverage here to the edge if we ran a little jet sweep action. Hare dancing, trying to find some yardage. Leaning forward again. He's going to give him another yard or 2, but it is going to be 3rd and 5.
And Nick Free will come in and give him a little spell, I believe. Yep.
So we'll call it 3rd and 5, maybe a long 5, almost 6. But it could be easily 4-down territory here for the Hornets.
I'll tell you, Jackson Harris, and a lot of our guys, you remember how quiet he was in
yeah, still is.
He'd do his job, wouldn't say much.
Thank you, sir. We'll take that 5 yards.
That's what happens to defenses that run upfield. They're hard upfield, not really squeezing, stunting a linebacker, and you can catch them.
Gay with a good job with a hard count there, getting them to jump And that'll be a first down for the Hornets, and that's a big time, Coach.
Yeah. The linebacker was coming off the edge through C gap, not D gap. He was kind of knifing inside the tight end up top. The knife. I never really liked calling it a knife stunt, but I know some that did. Knives and double knives and
knives, like a whole set of knives, whole drawer of them.
Steak knives.
There we go again.
Yeah, we're heavy down here. A little sneakage.
Oh, quarterback sneak. Oh, we didn't quite get the first down. Okay, I see. We were a little short. I had us first down. I kind of was premature in that. It was 3rd and 1. I was thinking it was 1st and 10. I'm sorry about that.
Is the scoreboard right? We only have one timeout.
Yes, we had to call the 2 timeouts. Pacelli with a young man down. The greatest trainer in the state heading out to give it a look.
I hope that young man's okay. Sometimes in a sneak game,
it's like some type of lower body injury maybe.
Yeah, he's getting up, though.
Yeah, may have just gotten rolled up a little bit.
Might have got cut or something. 58,
just a little limp, but he looks like he'll probably return.
Line kind of get a little movement there, Coach.
Yep, Coach. I think really just that suddenness of that quick snap kind of caught Pacelli sleeping a little bit.
Is that that's a Hannah Fowler sighting, right?
Hannah Fowler on the sideline, right?
Senior Claire champion with the Stetson Bennett jersey.
Hannah took off her Georgia Tech sweatshirt. That's unfortunate, but she is wearing the Westfield sweatshirt. No, Hannah got to hear sweet Hannah sing with the school praise band tonight at our annual fun kickoff. And
I know you're proud
about. Yeah, man, does a great job. Sang a couple of songs. That praise band does a good job, all of them. Several great young people in that band, including my niece, Addison Borum.
Yep.
And did a good job playing and singing. Little quarterback run.
Ooh, I thought it was almost a speed option look for a second. We're option to end.
I wonder if it was. It did have that look, didn't it?
Yeah. Even though he didn't have it like he was going to pitch it like an option for that quick pitch, but he shuffled like he was reading the last line defender.
See the replay here.
Yeah, I think we optioned him.
Yep, I think you're right. He could have got that pitch off. Might have had a play, but he might have had too much early penetration there. But so 2nd and 9 is a little behind the.
And this has kind of been our conventional set all year with the sniffer and the running
receivers
back.
Again way wide. You could tell we're sticking and running the ball.
Yeah.
Gates chose to pull it and does end up getting a yard gain on it, but really was kind of met in the backfield.
I don't know if we're going to get to see that one again, but if that was a double option, it almost looked like the guy played both of them.
So there you go.
And he can't play the back end of quarterback.
Yeah.
So if he played you probably should have left it. But I don't know if it was even know if it was an option.
Almost looked midline-ish, didn't it?
Man, oof.
Tough to where'd I go to run midline from? Looks like we're going to call timeout. Just let it tick down and call our last timeout here. I'm assuming. Ended up calling timeout with 8 seconds left on the play clock, but so that's the 3rd and final timeout for the Hornets. We'll stay here as we're approaching halftime. That's going to give you just under a minute left in the half. 59.3, as you can see on your screen there. Pacelli does have the lead, 3-0. Let's revisit our keys to the game. You talked about it earlier, Coach. For the Pacelli Vikings, it was to pressure the quarterback. They've done that. Start quick on offense, and they really did. They had a big early game, but since then the Hornet defense has really stood tall.
And they really haven't had any turnovers because they haven't had the ball much.
But they have had a few penalties, including a very key roughing the passer penalty that really helped out the Hornets. Now, for the Westfield, how do they look on theirs?
Man, we haven't done a great job. We've gotten better at protecting the quarterback, but, hey, we're hanging around. It's not the 4th quarter yet, but we're hanging around right now, and it's almost halftime, and AZ hadn't really made any big plays in the passing game, and we have forced them out instead of, we forced them to punt a lot. They haven't
really played on the whole game, at least the whole quarter on this side of the field, haven't we?
To our right. I think they did that for me conveniently because this is my little spot that I can see. Peek out from behind the TV. I don't know whether to watch the game or just watch it on this TV and call it.
So the Hornets are 3rd and 9 now with a trips bunch set down here to the near side. Got a quick screen it. Oh, lucky not to have that one intercepted.
Yeah, and Coach 27 is a good player. He's the guy that just made the play on the read option.
Interesting call here. Oh, bringing in Weston Rankin, coach. Going to try the long field goal, which
it is 3-0.
About a 36-yarder, we'll call it.
It's going to actually be it's going to be a 36-yarder, as you said. Sorry.
Georgia Tech. Matt's agree.
You're right. You're right.
No, you're right. So this will be the longest field goal of Rankin's career, right? I'm not sure how long the game winner at tipped area was.
Yeah, I think it's a little bit longer.
From the right hash, kick is up and blocked.
And we
can't advance it, I don't think, can we?
We can.
But it doesn't matter. It's blocked. The timing was not quite right on that.
Yeah, and the timing, and he hit basically a 2-iron when we need the pitching wedge.
Yeah, we're going to get a look at it right here, actually.
The ball came out a little low.
Snaps a little low.
Yeah,
the kick is up.
Well, their defender, remember everybody teaches it with that inside.
That's right.
You bull rush it and get that inside arm up.
Just Rankin didn't get a lot of lift on that ball, thinking he wanted to drive it.
You remember how good John Walker Moore was at that?
Very
he would block a
yeah.
lot of extra points and field goals by
just 6 foot tall, 6'1". He
just blowing up the guard and just putting his inside paw up.
Yep. Seemed like he got
he'd get extra points.
one or two every season, didn't he?
Well, I only got to be around him 2 seasons, but I know one season.
He started as a sophomore. He's a good player.
I was only here as junior and senior year, but man, he's good at defensive lineman as I've seen. Oof.
So the Hornets in a little bit of a prevent look there with 3 down linemen and 2 linebackers. The Chile Vikings will run the ball.
And here's where you can't give up the big play.
Yeah, you can. Down to 43.5 seconds now. And we got some late blocking right there that didn't get called for unnecessary, but
the Boo Birds. And I listen, I'm going to call it like it is. When can agitate you a little bit. When live have been chirping a little bit, which I like. I don't mind that.
He certainly may have, but that's also probably a little frustration on the Pacelli
right, that's
side.
what I'm saying. Win can draw that frustration out of a player. He might, he'll give it to you a little bit, and ain't nothing wrong with it.
Pass goes. It's going to be a first down and a big hit there.
Yeah, that's a good
Johnson,
play.
And he wraps up and is able to bring the defender down.
Yeah, that's fine. Okay, you can have the first down, but we're solid over there.
Tell you, Johnson closed like a daggum bullet right there, didn't he?
Like he did when he was in the 8th grade making those plays at OLB.
So we can see that here at the end of the – watch this closure right here.
Look at the tackle.
Yes, sir. And it looks like we're going to have a timeout for Pacelli. Again, we'll stay here at 37.5 seconds left until half.
Trying to maybe find some scores of note.
Don't want to give up anything cheap here for sure. Want to try to get into the half 3-0 and be very excited about it. And come out and get the ball.
How many times did we say it? You want to finish the half strong. You don't want that demoralizing big play. It's just you want to go in the half feeling good about yourself and your chances. Got our quarterback numbers back up there. Man, Gay's on for a lot of yards. Let me see what we got.
I got a couple of interesting scores. Valwood's up 26-6, which is, I think, a region championship game over Brookwood. Brentwood 8-0 over Gatewood.
That's shocking.
Southland and Deerfield are tied at 0. Start of the second. We go live back here. Pacelli looking to throw a screen, it looks like. Under a little pressure. He's going to throw it away. Oh, it's intercepted on the sideline by Johnson. Oh, they call him out of bounds as he tried to tightrope the sideline and get the pick. I think the ball was actually being thrown away. We got a replay coming here. May have a look and see. You can clearly see the sideline. Johnson, Rigdon McCall, that's Sammy McGee flushing the quarterback. There's the throw. Johnson's going to come forward. I'm not sure we're going to get a great look at it here, but Johnson catches the ball, and you're going to see his foot right here. I don't know. It's tough to say. It's really close, but the official was right there on it. So Pacelli may have just got a break right there. 28 seconds left to go now. Second down and 10.
And he's going
to take a shot deep in the middle. We've got men there, and just couldn't quite get a good read on it. But that's okay. Remember, the passing game is not necessarily the strong suit of the Pacelli Vikings.
Another little score of note. John Millage up on Tatnall. You didn't say that one, did you? 17-0.
Okay. Well,
And that was 9 minutes ago. Looked like that was in the.
I wondered if Tatnall would challenge him a little bit. We saw him get challenged by FPD a couple of weeks ago.
This would be number 60 for the Trojans from Milledgeville.
And the only way, to me, they get challenged the rest of the way, Coach, is if they run into maybe Valwood in the finals. Yeah. And we'll see kind of what Valwood can do. I don't know. Of course, Frederica played them pretty tough, too.
Yeah, Frederica's got that back that just surpassed 2,000 yards.
Triplet, right? And his name, Triplet.
Ooh, that's a good break on the ball by Esom.
I tell you what, Esom making a case for player of the game already.
Yes, sir.
He's been around the football a lot tonight.
And you know where I'm going with it. The only qualm I would have with that play is bat it down with the other hand.
That's right.
The inside hand on that hip.
So something to look for here. We're not trying to rough the kicker or anything, but we've been close twice.
Yeah. And do we go 11? Probably, do you just go all out?
It's tough because they spread you out a little bit, so you got to make sure those guys are covered up. But low kick. Kind of got away with it. That's smart to let it go. We'll probably sit on that and take the 3-0 deficit into halftime.
Wynn almost got that. Wynn's long. They went 2-iron off the foot. Oh, some low kicks.
So I imagine we'll be either just making a little handoff or kneel right here to go into the half. And Coach, again, if you'd have told Coach Campbell before the game, hey, I'll give you 3-0 at halftime, I think he probably would have been like, all right, we'll do that and come out fighting in the second half.
And especially if you'd have told Coach Lee Campbell that, the coordinator.
Without a doubt. Yeah, you see the victory formation there from the Hornets.
Wynn almost got at it. Glanced off his old noggin almost.
Ooh, that ball did get partially blocked. I think it got the fingers there.
I thought it kind of. That's a great half.
Little shades of John Millage here on this field a couple of years ago, if you remember.
Kind of hung around.
Yep. All right, so we'll go into the half, trailing Pacelli 3-0, and we've got us a defensive battle here at the Hornets' Nest. We'll see you after the halftime break. Here on Mid-Georgia Sports Network.
Wow.
What's up, Houston County? My name's Megan. We are in the beautiful town of Perry, Georgia today. We are at Big Indian Creek Waterway, and we're going to talk about a little bit about the trails here and what all you can do in this park. So first off, if you go down this trail over here to my left, you will have 15 minutes of walking one way. If you do 15 minutes that way and 15 minutes back, you're at a total of 30 minutes. Come on, let's go. Come on, Bandit. Did you know that just 30 minutes of walking a day can do so much for your overall health? It can improve your mood, it can also improve your digestion, and it can also reduce your risk for heart disease. So why wouldn't you want to take a walk? This beautiful park here in Perry, Georgia is the perfect place to take a 15-minute to 30-minute walk, and it's dog friendly. So come join us and get housed and healthy today.
The Middle Georgia Sports Network continues to be the best option for live streaming of prep sports in the Mid-State. We have expanded our coverage this sports year to various broadcasts of Westfield School athletics and multiple GIAA.TV championship events. MGSN is also developing our own video production operation, now known as Middle Georgia Video Production. MGSN and MGVP have the capability to provide live streaming options to support broadcast of live sports, local events, concerts, business meetings, and much more. Not only can MGVP execute live broadcasts, but we also excel in post-production video creation, allowing us to capture your most precious moments, brand your product line, and publicize any event on your social media pages. Let MGVP, with our live streaming experience and production capabilities, partner with you or your business for all of your video production needs.
Westfield is a challenging environment.
It's a Christian school, it's a Christian environment.
And it provides students with great opportunities.
Definitely all the teachers, they prepare you for college, they help you with some problems that they'll give you some real life experiences that will help you with college.
every teacher that I have in any of my classes is always telling us that they're here after school. They're always willing to answer any questions we might have.
Westfield is a harder school, but it challenges you and it gets you ready for college.
And I think Westfield gave me such a great Christian environment that I can actually have the freedom to express my faith.
Westfield provides a lot of great opportunities for students to learn and for students to grow and for students to learn more about themselves.
What's up, Houston County? It's Megan. Today we are at the Community Education Department at Houston Health Pavilion with the nurse manager, Miss Danielle Ray. We are here to learn a little bit more about Educare and what it has to offer. So Danielle, tell us a little bit about Educare and what it means and what you guys do here.
So we are the part of the hospital that offers education classes to the community. So everything from chronic disease to childbirth to health maintenance, we're here to help the public.
Wow, that's awesome. So what kind of classes do you guys offer here?
So specifically, we try to help with chronic disease for people with heart failure and diabetes, but we also help with health promotion with things like hypertension, high cholesterol, high blood sugar, and to help people maintain good health with Healthy Living for Life classes and exercise classes. We also offer childbirth classes, which is fun for families starting out and wanting to start on a healthy path.
That's awesome. So who are these classes available to? Is this community-wide? Is this specifically for people at Houston Healthcare? Who is that available to?
Available to anybody. Most of them are free. You just call and register. The only one that requires a doctor's order is the diabetes comprehensive class, but everything else is open to anybody, anytime. We offer them monthly, and so you can sign up.
Guys, you can go on to hhc.org, check out the events calendar, see what kind of classes they offer at Educare, how you can sign up, and how Educare can help you become #HealthAndHealthy.
I'm involved in a lot of extracurricular activities. I play football, baseball, basketball, and I run track.
I love the contact sport. I love the ability to get my feelings and aggression out throughout the hard day or hard week out at practice. I was a part of the Westfield wrestling team when I was a freshman, and that's also the year when I played soccer. So it was been fun, and I'm going to play soccer again in my senior year, and hopefully I will probably be the captain of the soccer team.
I enjoy just spending time with my teammates and getting to just rep the green and gold like everyone else has in the past.
On Thursdays, we get to go out and with the football team, and we get our chaplain out there, and he does a great job. And I think on a Thursday that's great to do because it's a day before the game, and you get to think about God and just choices in life, and that's kind of what the game of football is like. What I like about Westfield is just the family atmosphere that we have here. The teachers are just great, the coaches are great.
Even though I was not here when I started school, I came in and it was like everyone acted like I had been here the whole time. It's an environment where everyone just accepts you and wants to get to know you like they would have known you, like all of their friends that have been here since the beginning of grade school.
I just like the atmosphere that you have here. Everybody, they truly care about you.
Everyone in my grade, we're so close together. I think of them as my brothers and sisters almost, because they know me so well and I know them so well.
I think the most important thing that happened to me when I spent my time in Westfield is that I actually become a Christian, and then I actually find my faith, and I think Westfield gave me such a great Christian environment that I can actually have the freedom to express my faith to.
At Houston Healthcare, we're recognized as one of the top hospitals in the state based solely on the advanced medical technology we provide. But what isn't taken into account is our people. We have over 2,000 employees that are focused, dedicated, and sincere in their mission to create a positive healthcare outcome for each patient. It just goes to show that maybe the most important aspect of great healthcare is the people who are taking care of you, and that just can't be measured. Houston Healthcare, Advanced medical care, closer to home.
At Westfield, we have different clubs that you can be in. You can choose between like a variety of clubs. There's like culinary arts, there's Key Club, there's Green Team, there's Tri High Y.
I'm currently involved in theatrical productions at Westfield. I'm involved with the school's One Act and several plays like Prayer Club and Tri High Y and Key Club, and I also dance.
For Christmas, we decorated Christmas trees and we decorated door decorations for the nursing homes here in Perry. And we have also, I've gone and cleaned up some of the parks around Perry. Community service is definitely valued at Westfield.
Together. Athletic.
Friendships.
Confidence.
Challenging.
Success.
Rewarding.
So what exactly is hashtag Houston Healthy? Hashtag Houston Healthy is a healthcare initiative powered by Houston Healthcare. This initiative was created to enhance the overall health and well-being of our community. And here's how you can participate. Anytime you make a healthy choice, like eating a healthy meal, going to an exercise class, or just walking the dog, take a picture, preferably a selfie so we can see you. Upload it to your favorite social media platform and use the hashtag Houston Healthy. Let everyone know what you're doing to make Houston County a healthier and happier place to live. Remember, hashtag Houston Healthy. Healthier today for a better tomorrow. What's up, Houston County? My name's Megan. We are in the beautiful town of Perry, Georgia today. We are at Big Indian Creek Waterway, and we're going to talk about a little bit about the trails here and what all you can do in this park. So first off, if you go down this trail over here to my left, you will have 15 minutes of walking one way. If you do 15 minutes that way and 15 minutes back, you're at a total of 30 minutes. Come on, let's go. Come on, Bandit. Did you know that just 30 minutes of walking a day can do so much for your overall health? It can improve your mood, it can also improve your digestion, and it can also reduce your risk for heart disease. So why wouldn't you want to take a walk? This beautiful park here in Perry, Georgia is the perfect place to take a 15-minute to 30-minute walk, and it's dog friendly. So come join us and get Houston Healthy today.
The Middle Georgia Sports Network continues to be the best option for live streaming of prep sports in the Mid-State. We have expanded our coverage this sports year to various broadcasts of Westfield School athletics and multiple GIAA.TV championship events. MGSN is also developing our own video production operation, now known as Middle Georgia Video Production. MGSN and MGVP have the capability to provide live streaming options to support broadcast of live sports, local events, concerts, business meetings, and much more. Not only can MGVP execute live broadcasts, but we also excel in post-production video creation, allowing us to capture your most precious moments, brand your product line, and publicize any event on your social media pages. Let MGVP, with our live streaming experience and production capabilities, partner with you or your business for all of your video production needs.
Westfield is a challenging environment.
It's a Christian school, it's a Christian environment.
And it provides students with great opportunities.
Definitely all the teachers, they prepare you for college, they help you with some problems that they'll give you some real life experiences that will help you with college.
Every teacher that I have in any of my classes is always telling us that they're here after school. They're always willing to answer any questions we might have.
Westfield is a harder school, but it challenges you and it gets you ready for college.
And I think Westfield gave me such a great Christian environment that I can actually have the freedom to express my faith.
Westfield provides a lot of great opportunities for students to learn and for students to grow and for students to learn more about themselves.
What's up, Houston County? It's Megan. Today we are at the Community Education Department at Houston Health Pavilion with the nurse manager, Miss Danielle Ray. We are here to learn a little bit more about Educare and what it has to offer. So Danielle, tell us a little bit about Educare and what it means and what you guys do here.
So we are the part of the hospital that offers education classes to the community. So everything from chronic disease to childbirth to health maintenance, we're here to help the public.
Wow, that's awesome. So what kind of classes do you guys offer here?
So specifically, we try to help with chronic disease for people with heart failure and diabetes, but we also help with health promotion with things like hypertension, high cholesterol, high blood sugar, and to help people maintain good health with healthy living for life classes and exercise classes. We also offer childbirth classes, which is fun for families starting out and wanting to start on a healthy path.
That's awesome. So who are these classes available to? Is this community-wide? Is this specifically for people at Houston Healthcare? Who is that available to?
Available to anybody. Most of them are free. You just call and register. The only one that requires a doctor's order is the diabetes comprehensive class, but everything else is open to anybody, anytime. We offer them monthly, and so you can sign up.
Guys, you can go on to hhc.org, check out the events calendar, see what kind of classes they offer at Educare, how you can sign up, and how Educare can help you become #HoustonHealthy.
I'm involved in a lot of extracurricular activities. I play football, baseball, basketball, and I run track.
I love the contact sport. I love the ability to get my feelings and aggression out throughout the hard day, hard week out at practice. I was a part of the Westfield wrestling team when I was a freshman, and that's also the year when I played soccer. So it was been fun, and I'm going to play soccer again in my senior year, and hopefully I will probably be the captain of the soccer team.
I enjoy just spending time with my teammates and getting to just rep the green and gold like everyone else has in the past.
On Thursdays, we get to go out and with the football team, and we get our chaplain out there, and he does a great job. And I think on a Thursday that's great to do because it's a day before the game, and you get to think about God and just choices in life, and that's kind of what the game of football is like. What I like about Westfield is just the family atmosphere that we have here. The teachers are just great, the coaches are great.
Even though I was not here when I started school, I came in and it was like everyone acted like I had been here the whole time. It's an environment where everyone just accepts you and wants to get to know you like they would have known you, like all of their friends that have been here since the beginning of grade school.
I just like the atmosphere that you have here. Everybody, they truly care about you.
Everyone in my grade, we're so close together. I think of them as my brothers and sisters almost because they know me so well and I know them so well.
I think the most important thing that happened to me when I spent my time in Westfield is that I actually become a Christian, and then I actually find my faith, and I think Westfield gave me such a great Christian environment that I can actually have the freedom to express my faith to.
At Houston Healthcare, we're recognized as one of the top hospitals in the state based solely on the advanced medical technology we provide. But what isn't taken into account is our people. We have over 2,000 employees that are focused, dedicated, and sincere in their mission to create a positive healthcare outcome for each patient. It just goes to show that maybe the most important aspect of great healthcare is the people who are taking care of you, and that just can't be measured. Houston Healthcare, advanced medical care, closer to home.
At Westfield, we have different clubs that you can be in. You can choose between like a variety of clubs. There's like culinary art, there's Key Club, there's Green Team, there's Tri High Y.
I'm currently involved in theatrical productions at Westfield. I'm involved with the school's one act and several plays like Prayer Club, and Tri High Y, and Key Club, and I also dance.
For Christmas, we decorated Christmas trees, and we decorated door decorations for the nursing homes here in Perry. And we have also, I've gone and cleaned up some of the parks around Perry. Community service is definitely valued at Westfield.
Together. Athletic.
Friendships.
Confidence.
Challenging.
Success.
Rewarding.
So what exactly is hashtag Houston Healthy? Hashtag Houston Healthy is a healthcare initiative powered by Houston Healthcare. This initiative was created to enhance the overall health and well-being of our community. And here's how you can participate. Anytime you make a healthy choice, like eating a healthy meal, going to an exercise class, or just walking the dog, take a picture, preferably a selfie so we can see you. Upload it to your favorite social media platform and use the hashtag Houston Healthy. Let everyone know what you're doing to make Houston County a healthier and happier place to live. Remember, hashtag Houston Healthy. Healthier today for a better tomorrow.
Welcome back to the end of halftime here at the Hornets' Nest. As you can see, some of the Hornets are sprinkling onto the field to warm up. Pacelli hasn't just now coming onto the field to get their warm-up started. You can see a few scores going across the bottom. We'll go through some of those. You see Brookstone over Heritage. Mountain DeSales is winning over Athens Christian 17-7. Don't have an FPD Stratford score yet. We're working on that. Bullock Academy, ranked very high in the rankings this week, is up 15-0 over Pinewood Christian. Big rivalry game for those two. Tatnall Square trails John Millage 17-0. John Millage, I think Coach Farmer mentioned earlier, this will be win number 60 in a row for them, which I think is the current longest streak in the GIAA. Very important score there. George Walton 6, Bethlehem Christian 14. That may determine who the Hornets see in the first round. So as they're kind of battling out there, because I think the most current rankings have George Walton ranked 7th, but I could be wrong about that. I can look that up for you real quick. But we get set to come back in. A lot of buzz around the concession stand where I've been during half about how well the Hornets are playing defensively and offensively as well. Just kind of finding it hard to put points on the board with the missed field goal and a couple of opportunities where negative plays kind of hurt the momentum of the Hornets. But as we get ready to come back now, as the teams are finishing their warm-ups and the clock is down to the extra 2 minutes to stretch, you see a few highlights here of the Hornets on their big stop after that first drive. Here's the field goal attempt by Rankin that was blocked earlier. And you can see that happen. You can see, as you see now, the players warming up and their final preparations for the half. And Coach, I was just mentioning a lot of positive buzz about the Hornets down around the concession stand. I know I saw you down there. We both kind of snuck through the back and found us the secret sandwiches back there.
Yeah.
So
I had a little more difficult time finding the secret sandwich.
Well, you always follow the fat guy to the food. Just that's a lesson you should have learned a long time ago.
Sorry, I'm late getting back up here, but had to go be the head track coach for a second. And somehow the old
crisis averted on the high jump, Matt.
Yeah, the high jump crossbars. They're stored down there under the bleachers and that door. Somehow there was a big sword fight down there.
Oh,
so we had to do a little
lightsabers, maybe.
Yeah, lightsabers. We had to do, what do they call that? Risk management.
Oh yeah. Love it.
So anyway, late getting to the session, there was a buzz. Talked to Coach Ledford, kind of saw him in passing, and he was like, you sitting there, you really, a win doesn't help you move up, but it gives you so much confidence and it makes people think.
Right.
And you might catch Pacelli a couple weeks from now, and they're like, hey, remember the game those guys gave us?
That's right. I saw him as well, and I went by the coach's office just for a second, just to get a feel for kind of what they were doing and what they were thinking. They were all obviously very positive and upbeat about the way they're playing defense. Obviously, trying to find a way to get a set to try to get a set to find a way to move the ball on offense. Right. But both all very excited about the way that the Hornets are playing, and the team seemed really focused on finding a method to move the football. So anxious to see kind of the way both teams have adjusted coming out. The Hornets will receive the ball as we get ready for the second half kickoff. And at this point, Coach, both teams trying to find out a way to win, and you just kind of treat it as a 0-0 game, right?
Yeah, and you kind of struggle moving the ball at times, and so do you have that special teams mishap on Pacelli's part that maybe puts you over the top? Is there, some big field of, swing of field position with a turnover? Maybe you make a play in the special teams department. Maybe you run one back. You block a punt. Kind of feels like that kind of night.
I noticed on the kickoff earlier after the Pacelli field goal that the middle kind of parted open on the Hornet return, but there's so much team speed in the white jerseys tonight. It's going to be tough, but again, good speed back deep for the Hornets with Mason Easom. And who was the other player? Is that Neil O'Brien, I think? It is.
That is Neil O'Brien, and big number 70 kicking off.
Going to kick it deep. It's going to be Easom again from his own 5-yard line. I thought he had a little crease, but he's dancing a little bit, and that's going to allow the team speed to catch up.
Yeah, you got to.
So Hornets will end up with the ball at about the 22-yard line to start out. So it'll be interesting to see the offensive game plan. You'd have to think there'd be an attempt to come out trying to run the football.
Yeah. It runs clock, keeps you in it. And you've had some we've had some positive first down plays.
Absolutely.
To stay, as you like to say, on schedule.
Well, I do know in talking to Coach Lefford, they are very aware of the play that we saw earlier that left Jackson Hare open in the flats. So at some point, don't be surprised if we see that look again. A little tight bunch here with a motion out. Quick pass. Nobody got that young man blocked, but the Waterbug makes him miss, and he gets to the edge. He's going to pick up enough for the first, I believe, depending on the spot. Yeah. Yes, sir, he definitely has it. So another good play on first down. Pickup of about 11 yards.
A little shimmy shake. Makes that first guy miss.
And I tell you, Coach, that's not just some guy he's making miss. That's the best player on the Pacelli Vikings.
That's the A to Z band.
It's AZ something. I can't remember his last name now. But
cover band and making the A to Z band. You'll see them with me one night.
The A to Z band. Okay.
At a local establishment.
Another quick pass there. And we get Stone St. Clair, who I believe has another first down, depending on the spot. They're going to give him 10, and let's move the chains. First down.
Waterbug 2.0?
Yeah, I guess that's.
Or no, he's 1.0 and Brothers 2.0. And then there's some more brothers.
Whichever way it works, it is St. Clair for first down, St. Clair for first down. And I tell you what else that does, Coach. It gets your quarterback in a little rhythm.
And I heard little brother Miller had a great game this week.
Won a championship.
Yes, sir.
5th and 6th grade team. We got a penalty. They got him for getting into the neutral zone. Another hard count as the Hornets line up in that unbalanced set again, Coach. They've shown quite a few times already tonight. That's going to be a free 5. Make it first down and 5 now for the Hornets. And
we're at midfield.
Broken record here, but that puts you on schedule already. Haven't even run a play yet.
Yes, sir. And we're at midfield, and I got to stand up to see.
So unbalanced set. Thatcher Reddick motions over. Handoff goes to Hare. He's going to get to the edge. He's got a little speed.
Yeah.
And, Coach, I think he's got the first down. He does.
Look giddy up.
Boy, you really saw him kind of break out right there. We've known that for a long time, having coached him in middle school. He had another gear.
Yep.
Really hadn't seen it a whole lot on his runs here for the varsity, but as you watch the replay here, he gets to the edge and just turns on the jets.
Yeah, he's and I love the backfield action. I wonder if we're calling that stretch. Did you happen to notice where we just all reaching? Because it almost looks like the old Peyton Manning.
Yeah,
kind of open up.
That certainly does resemble what you're talking about. As they'll come out now.
I don't think we're pulling the guard. We don't, we're not kicking out because we have back outside of the tight end.
St. Clair in motion. Little play action there. Going to go to the slant. Eason, but he threw it a little above and behind him again. That one a little too much for Eason to come down with.
And that's almost your RPO stuff, isn't it? Because you're pulling the
It is, but as you'll see here, he's going to jab that into the stomach of the back.
Right.
And then he is throwing that all the way, but I think he had a chance to complete that, if a little better throw. But
just avoid disaster, no turnovers, nothing, no major losses. And in the worst case, you punt them deep.
Reddick's going to straight sides. There's the option again.
Yeah, cut back against
That's
that
a good
grain.
read there from Gay, and he's going to be just short of the first. Going to leave him about third, and let's go. Oh, tough spot.
And I'd like to go on the record and say that's probably his best run of the year in terms of just looking comfortable running the ball.
It probably is. I'm going to check that spot here.
Yeah, that's an awful spot. I thought, but I don't want to.
Cuts it up.
Yeah.
We should be 3rd and 1.
We got cut short a whole yard.
Maybe 2.
Oh, my gosh. Brett saying he got the 38. Well, so a yard short.
Jackson Hare downhill. It doesn't matter. There's the speed.
Go, big dog.
Is that the play we needed, Coach? Inside the 20-yard line.
There you go.
I'll tell you what, Hare kind of putting on a clinic right now. And let's not leave out that offensive line, too.
And, Coach, making people pay for being upfield. Kind of bend it back. That's a great block down here by camera panned away.
So back to that unbalanced set. See if they motion Reddick across like they had every other time. They do.
Because this is like an NFL game with these sets.
And there it is again.
A little cut back.
Hare finds
that's a great run.
Great run. We had a good angle from our seats here. And you probably had a good angle from where the camera is, too. You could kind of see a little crease right there.
Can I say something?
Am I
As a fan of football? No.
Please say it.
No, I was saying,
no.
Can I say something about the play? No, keep going. I was saying, you'd appreciate this because that's art. That man is carving them up. That's art. Look at the cut. I wasn't saying I'm saying
Coach,
that's
I think
an artistic
you're right.
run.
I think that's stretch, and he just bent it back.
He's just.
There's a little action there.
Buddy.
That's going to be 6, baby. You're not stopping him there, are you? Oh, he's down on the 1. Tell you what, I'm not going to be critical. I don't want anybody to think I'm being critical after the way that young man's playing. But I would have liked to see Jackson put his foot in the ground and ride that guy right
And I'd
into
like
the
to
end
see the
zone.
ball in the other hand.
Yeah, that's the other thing.
But nobody's going to.
But here we go with it. He cuts it back. And, he needs to switch hands. You're right.
Because, but how many times but a lot of people don't. Now sometimes people say it's not worth worrying about.
That's right.
But,
Ball at the 1, inside the 1 with the final spot, actually. Be interesting to see if they go to the QB sneak that they've done so many other times this year.
Are we going to go tush push?
Same set, the unbalanced set. Hopefully it's something wide. I would go to the sneak. I think he's in, Coach. And that is going to be a Hornet lead over Pacelli. And I tell you what, the offensive line and backs just came out ready to go. Coach Campbell said, you know what, guys, forget it. Let's run it right at them.
And, we talked about pregame, how much to play for. Well, Pacelli better be careful because they got stuff in terms of, you solidify FPD in there, that 1 seed.
Without a doubt.
Man, what a drive. What a drive.
Westfield showing the water bucket. They've made the decision to line up and kick it. Big extra point here, Coach.
Yeah, hopefully Weston will, pull out the pitching wedge. Caddy gave him the 2-iron on the field goal, and we need some height.
Pacelli with some rush off the side, but can't get there in time. Rankin knocks it through. 7-3 Hornets.
Well, that would raise some eyebrows across the state.
Yes, sir. I'm going to tell you something else. We haven't seen Pacelli on defense yet. Great opening drive from the Hornets. But upset alert. Upset alert. Here we go. That's a good job there of sticking your foot in the ground. Little hop, little cut back. And Jackson Hare really kind of putting on a clinic there, Coach, along with that offensive line. And you can see there the Hornets doing work.
And Thatcher Reddick's pretty talented blocking in that.
Absolutely.
I'm not going to call him an H-back. And this, he's more of a wing in this look.
There it is again. Just really great run there. Picking up 7 yards.
And you know where this is going, Coach. If you're a special teams guy, which all our small school, you coach your position, you coordinate, you coach special teams too. You're telling your guys, don't give it right back to them on a big kickoff return. You just wore them out for that drive. Don't give it all back on one play. But how many times do you see it?
This is where having a kicker that can kick it to the end zone is such a huge weapon, isn't it?
Yeah. Yep. Oh, you absolutely.
So Rankin's got to count his steps off and approach the ball and put the toe into the leather here. It's going to go to the right.
Kind of cross field.
Kind of the opposite of where he kicked it earlier today. Coming up the right side. I think the Hornets found him a little crease. He's going to get more than you'd like, Coach, but they tackle him around the 40 or 41-yard line.
I think Russ Holly over there on the tackle on the sideline.
Well, they're going to give him the 42, in fact. So good field position to start out there for the Vikings.
Was that Russ or – yeah, that was Russ 10.
Is there a – I wondered if the way the referee was hurling, I was wondering if there was a penalty. Nope, they've moved it back now to the 40-yard line. So little.
Yeah, and Pacelli's not used to this, if we're being honest.
That's right.
I mean, I know they got beat by Glenwood this year, I think.
But I think they got beat handily, Coach.
Glenwood's pretty strong. So they're not, when I say not used to this, that's probably the only game they've played much from behind. I know Tatnall moved the ball a ton against them. Tatnall just couldn't stop them.
Stands to reason with what Tatnall likes to run. Little power set, bounces.
Yeah, and that's not on schedule defensively.
No, it's definitely not.
Michael Easom in there on the tackle.
11-yard gain for the Vikings. Puts it just across midfield now.
Well, Coach, you see kind of what their MO is here. We stuffed the wing T early in the game.
Yeah.
And now they've gone some spread stuff.
It's really just power football, isn't it?
And we got to be careful. Brock's a young corner over here, and we get Brock on 12 here, and it wouldn't shock me if they try to go fade to 12 soon. Ooh,
good
what a tackle.
stick right there. Thatcher Reddick right there? It was. Thatcher Reddick with a great stick after a 2-yard gain.
You make a video with that tackle. That's a form tackle. That's wide route.
Watch this on the replay right here as Reddick meets the man just to pass the line of scrimmage.
Look at him.
What a scrape. Yeah. Yep. Man, textbook. You're right.
And the playside linebacker played it pretty well coming downhill, kind of filling. Was that Dino that was on the play side?
Yeah, that's those two in there for sure.
And then over the top, a little wing trip set, kind of interesting.
2nd and 8 now, going to give the ball again, trying to get to the edge.
That's a block in the back. I thought on the perimeter.
Going to stop him a little short. I think they were engaged.
I think you're right.
But that's going to leave him 3rd and 1 now. Hornets trying to make them earn it. What really hurt the Hornets here was the starting field position, I think, Coach.
Hey, in breaking news, Pacelli's offensive line never misses leg day.
No, gosh, they have not. or many meals.
Hey, I'm with them. Hey, the steak sandwich at halftime, phenomenal.
Oh, yeah, I'm still looking at the leftover of mine. I'm just waiting for a chance to eat the rest of it. You guys hear me
steal it.
Some mumbling. It's me with food in my mouth. Trying to get us to jump. We do not. Tries to go lateral. He finds a little crease.
And we missed the tackle there. Neal got kind of – almost looked like Neal was trying to get a hand on the ball and missed that tackle. was kind of half a man ahead, and that you got to be inside out, and that back cut back on him. They got me on the screen, and I don't even know what I'm doing.
Looking like that thinking man statue.
Yeah. The Thinker, I believe they call it the Thinker.
Yeah, I was close enough.
I think I'm called the Stinker.
Let's talk about your golf game.
For sure.
So now the Hornets are kind of back against the wall again, but they've been able to stand tall all the whole game. So as the clock ticks down under 6 minutes now, Pacelli again just takes their sweet time getting in under 5 seconds on the play call. They're going to have to snap it. They're going to get a delay here, and they call timeout to save the penalty. So with the timeout, let's take our first break of the second half. Hornets are on the lead in the lead, 7-3 over Pacelli. You're watching Westfield Hornet football on Mid-Georgia Sports Network.
The Middle Georgia Sports Network continues to be the best option for live streaming of prep sports in the Mid-State. We have expanded our coverage this sports year to various broadcasts of Westfield School athletics and multiple GIAA.TV championship events. MGSN is also developing our own video production operation, now known as Middle Georgia Video Production. MGSN and MGVP have the capability to provide live streaming options to support broadcast of live sports, local events, concerts, business meetings, and much more. Not only can MGVP execute live broadcasts, but we also excel in post-production video creation, allowing us to capture your most precious moments, brand your product line, and publicize any event on your social media pages. Let MGVP, with our live streaming experience and production capabilities, partner with you or your business for all of your video production.
Welcome back to the Hornets' Nest. Pacelli running a little reverse and maybe trouble. Good play, tracked down from the backside by Neil O'Brien. Brock Johnson doing all he could to contain it and did, and held him up just enough for Neil to track it down from the backside. Watch here on the replay. Neil O'Brien from the top of your screen.
Kind of squats and
really
skinnies that blocker a little bit.
Well, I had him in the wrong spot, actually, but he still made a good play.
Well, yeah, I mean, he played two ways off of that tackle who's pulling, and that's tough.
Solid gain on first down for the Vikings. Leaves them second, and we'll call it a short 3.
And just, maybe you can get them to have to earn every single thing.
There's a sweep. And the Hornets are starting to get gashed a little bit by the Vikings. And you can't help but wonder if they're getting a little tired, Coach.
Yeah, because I think this is the longest, most amount of plays we've had to play defense in the drive, I believe.
I believe you're right. Clock ticks under 5 minutes. And just this really the first possession of the half for the Vikings. The Hornets had a long drive of their own, but really did it in more chunk plays. Hornets really could use a turnover right here or a negative play of some sort. There's the rocket toss, Coach. That looks familiar. He's going to get the edge and get to the corner, I believe he is. And that's going to be a touchdown for the Vikings to put them up temporarily 9-7, pending the kicking of the extra point.
And that's why they're good. They responded, he kind of showed you why they've been good, responded to some adversity. A lot of football left to be played. And our last possession looked really good. We seemed like we may have found something to help move the ball. So, and then you wonder how much, obviously if you're Pacelli's defensive coordinator, you've been whatever guys aren't on offense that play defense for you, you've been meeting with.
That's right.
After we kind of gashed them in the run game. And so, what kind of adjustments are they going to make?
So the kick is up and good to stretch it to 10-7. Pacelli now in the lead with 4.5 minutes left in the third. And the Hornets are kind of regroup right here and go back to work on offense.
Yep.
Got to see your touchdown play here. You can see there the orbit motion with the rocket toss. That's to use the wing T lingo.
Yeah, a little two-step motion.
So Pacelli gets ready to tee it up.
Or was he already around before the? Yeah, on the rocket, he let him get way out there. Sorry,
yeah, he tries to travel a little bit.
Yeah,
but again, if we learn something from the last kickoff return, we can't really dance around. You want to kind of pick your seam and hit it as hard as you can.
You got to get vertical against teams that have great.
Be careful here.
This guy's been impressive. A
Yeah.
lineman that can kick the ball out.
Yeah, nice height. Yeah, that's inside the 3-yard line.
And you just got to.
It's tough to break a kick on someone that's that athletic, Coach. Someone meaning
Look at
the
5.
team.
I mean, look how long 5 is. That's a good-looking athlete.
Somebody's down.
So, well, hey, the guy besides the kicker, was offside again.
Yep. Unfortunately got a Hornet down, but it looks like maybe it's not too serious. He's already sitting up.
Is it cramp, possibly? Well, that's not a cramp. That's wiggling knees and ankles and all that stuff. Who is that is down? That's Mason.
Oh, he's already getting up.
They're giving him the hand. And
yeah, he's a little ginger on that foot right now, but we'll see. Might have rolled his ankle, possibly. Obviously, it's been a very big weapon for the Hornets tonight, so you certainly hope that in the short term he's okay to come back in tonight, but in the long term he's going to be okay to play in the first round of the playoffs next week.
You hope that's the old grade 1 ankle sprain, right?
Right.
That's it.
Kind of painful in the moment, but we'll be fine after a little rest.
I'm hearing Brett over there say no score, strike for an FPD. Maybe they just all went to dinner.
There's a pull from the quarterback after the jet action. That's a little quarterback counter, like you called it earlier, Coach. He's going to get a solid pickup of 5 yards on first down.
Ahead of schedule.
That's right.
Man, we've been good on first down tonight.
Let's see if we get a pull here, or if this is just a.
You know who's the unsung hero?
No pull.
Wilt Leonard.
Yeah, just been solid all year, hasn't he?
Yeah, that dude. I got to war with that guy academically.
And undersized, just in there battling his tail off.
Yeah, he's quietly wrote his, well, no, today we had a test in AP He just does his job.
Oh, kind of forced that one. Come back to it.
Oh, Benjamin.
We got a great catch there coming back to the football. Win hoops.
And if they don't call it, if they were to call this incomplete, Coach Campbell would absolutely.
They got him calling it a catch.
Well, because you felt like that. I was worried that wing guy over there was going to get influenced, kind of, because their coaches were giving an incomplete sign, and sometimes you get people get in your ear.
Yeah, he was hit.
But he was the wing guy over there shielded. He can't see.
That's a catch.
Absolutely,
that's a catch. Clean catch.
That guy's athlete came back to the ball. It's a big play in this game. And there's your set, Coach.
Yep, a little overset, a little unbalanced. Gonna move your. And that's Nick Free.
That's leaning forward.
Again, falling forward. He's going to give him a pickup of a solid 3 yards.
But that's 3.5 based on
where I mean, to me, again, that's 3 yards or more is on schedule. And I think we heard it kind of here in the booth. Somebody saying 12 was offsides, and I'm not so sure he wasn't in the neutral zone.
Well, I'm enjoying the sourdough bun and the steak sandwich, so. I mean, life's good.
Well, we'll get a good look as I don't know if you guys can hear Brett Taylor from the microphones getting picked up. He's convinced the defensive end was offsides. Well, I'm right on the line of scrimmage from where I sit now, so of course he's not up now, so it's a little different. But pass play from the Hornets, Gay's got to get rid of it. He's got pressure from behind. He almost drops the ball, but he keeps it. He's actually going to get just past the line of scrimmage or maybe right to it, actually. Might would have liked to have seen him throw that one away, but a lot of running there. The interesting thing here is he got to running so hard, his arms were pumping, and he almost dropped the ball. You can see it coming right here. Boom. Kind of regrips it.
And this is, you kind of see – yeah, we're not in the heavy stuff or the too tight look, so, good chance we may throw it. Could run it. We're under center, though, so may.
Oh, play action, but that's not good. We
Yeah,
got his man. We got it. And we break a tackle. Oh, that's Thatcher Reddick running hard with a big gain. What a great play call, Coach.
And here's the thing, Coach. They didn't have a flats defender.
That's right.
So we boot off of, like, stretch. So we boot back off of stretch, and they're bringing multiple guys off the edge. Well, you don't have a flats defender.
This is very much, if you guys, and I hate to even put the name of this franchise compared to Westfield, but if you guys watch the Falcons play, they run that play all the time.
Don't mention those guys. After last week and Will Levitt throwing 4 touchdowns.
I'm sick about it. I'm sick. They take a shot here. Throws it to the sideline. Can't quite.
Oh, man. We had
him
leveraged on the corner, the smash, the banana scheme, whatever you want to call it.
Great route. What a great route. Let's watch this route here on the replay.
Benjamin.
As you see, Win Hoots drive him to the inside, make him flip his hips.
Some people call it a post corner. Oh, can you hear me eating?
Yeah, sounds good. I wish I could eat my sandwich.
Well, I mean, when in Rome.
When in Rome. What are you talking about?
Ron Burgundy?
I know what you're talking about.
When in Rome.
Milk was a bad choice.
Ron, you were saying? Was that Christina Applegate?
Yes, it was.
And almost shut up at that.
2nd and 10. Little boot action. He's got to get threw it away. Probably a good decision there. We just giving up too much pressure. Now we are definitely not on schedule, Coach, and behind the chains. 3rd and 10.
No, we're not on schedule. But we did flip the field. And we're going to probably be 2-down territory. We're not going to punt, I wouldn't think, unless we.
It'd be interesting to see what the Pacelli defensive coordinator calls here.
Well, I mean, he brought pressure from the wide side of the field last time and got burnt.
I'd be tempted to kind of sit back in the zone and say, if you want to throw a screen, go ahead, but we're going to tackle it. But we'll see what he does.
So
kind of a run set, almost a little wing T look ourselves here.
And that's the same.
This little waggle action.
Throwback, though. Waggle throwback. Got him.
Got him. He's got Nick free.
Oh, do it, Nick free.
What a great play on the waggle throwback.
Waggle throwback.
That's a little look here. What an unintentional tip of the hat to Ronnie Jones.
Hey, you remember the first play against Wildwood one year? We hit him with the waggle throwback.
See your action there, and Gay can't even step into it, but he gets enough on it.
Well, I mean,
and it's going to be Hornet ball inside the 10.
And on the boot scheme, if somebody's coming off the edge like that, often they don't have enough defenders.
Yep. Would be surprised here if we don't see some downhill action with
good play,
Jackson
Nick.
Hare.
That was a good run after the catch too.
And here
Coach.
we go with the end over again. Coming downhill, Jackson Hare on the cutback. He's still on his feet.
Oh, what
still
a run.
on his feet.
Just hold on to the ball.
Down from about the 7 to about the 2, it looks like. And that's probably going to be the end of the quarter. And the camera does a great job of catching Coach Campbell say, come on down here. We're going to let the quarter in and go back to battle. And we have got ourselves set up here. Here's your replay on Hare's great run here.
Look, some of
bounces off contact, stays on his feet. Lineman pushing the pile. And we are going to end the third quarter down 10-7 to a really good Pacelli squad. But we are knocking on the door here, Coach.
Oh, I thought you were.
As we go into the fourth quarter.
I thought you were going a little Guns N' Roses on me.
I thought about it, changed my mind.
Well, it would have been appropriate because it's November.
That's correct, November rain. I know where you're going with that.
You know where I'm going.
So let's take this quarter break and pay a little homage to our sponsors here on the Mid-Georgia Sports Network.
Together. Athletic.
Friendships.
Confidence.
Challenging.
Success. Rewarding. Together. Athletic.
Friendships.
Confidence.
Challenging.
Success. Rewarding.
Welcome back to Westfield Hornet football as the Hornets on cue, about to run a play, and we got a little jump from the freshman.
I think it was Dean. Was that Dean or was our left tight end?
Was it the tight end? I'm
Yeah.
sorry. Well, nonetheless, it was Dean. But that's going to be -5 there. Going to leave second and goal from the 8-yard line.
We'll forgive Mr. Westfield. He's made enough plays.
Looks like we're going to stick with the same play and same set.
Oh,
Hair bounces, runs through a tackle, and he's in. Hair flexing the muscle, running through the tackle at the goal line.
And just leaning into that tackle. You want to tackle me at the pylon, you're going to pay a price.
And, folks, let me tell you something. That's a sophomore. We've got 2 more years of that, so come get you some. Touchdown, Westfield Hornets, and we are back on top.
Wow. I can't say the word. It would be what FCC, but I like the hats that say "Run the darn ball."
Oh yeah.
Run the.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I like those hats.
I'll tell you what. I'm convinced Jackson Hare wears the knee brace just to convince the defense that he's not fast. Psych. There's a 90s.
Yeah, that's you dated yourself.
As Rankin punches that through to push the lead to 14 to 10.
Yeah, that extra point's big. Now you gotta get a good special. Coach Campbell fired up.
He should be, Coach.
Fired up, Hornets.
I'll tell you what, this is not. I'm pretty sure this isn't biblical, but running the football is my love language.
I can't talk. I'm eating my sandwich.
Sorry, I want to apologize for the obesity problems of the commentators. And here I am. I've got Brett and JJ that are pictures of fitness.
Now he's going to put the camera on me.
Oh.
Good thing I'm short. Can't see my mouth.
The chunky arm in the back is actually not the commentators. There's Coach Farmer. I'm out of the shot. There I am. There's my hand. I don't know what to do with my hands.
Car handled well. Car handled well.
We've gone from Ron Burgundy to Ricky Bobby.
And we'll probably be surpassing some Step Brothers here in a little while.
Here we go. Rankin going to kick it off. Got to get a tackle here. Last time we left him with good field position across the 40. Love to cover this up well. Almost wanting to see a pooch kick or a little squib if it is a little shorter and higher. Running laterally, going to cut back now. Good play
Mr. Westfield
there by Dean Massey, starting field position at the 30, and that's more like it. That would worked out really well for the Hornets with the high kick. You'll see here Rankin gets into it. Ball's hung up like one of Coach Farmer's lob wedges. Hornets stay lane disciplined, tries to cut back, and we had several jerseys there to make the play.
April Holmes busting my chops said we can hear you chewing. I mean, geez, you can't multitask anymore in the world without being judged.
I'm getting blindside references on my phone from the previously mentioned Holly Arnold. So, hey, we like movies.
Hey,
shoot us. No, not really. Don't. But don't hold it against us.
So, little wing gun, some kind of wing T gun. Will they go jet?
That's a little false startage.
No snap.
That's a little false startage. That's going to be 1st and 15 now. And, boy, you can really feel old Mo has crept on over to the Westfield Hornet sideline.
What's Mo's middle name?
Mint.
Last name?
I can't think of it.
I think it's Momentum. Yeah, Momentum.
There's the jet sweep, tries to cut it back, but there's a bevy of Hornets there.
Look at all those hats.
That's going nowhere. Running to the football. Be careful there. Make sure we're stopping on the whistle. Don't want to pick up
Matthew Powers fired up.
Now 2nd down, and it looks like 18 maybe for the Vikings. You're going to see here the jet action, and there's no, and guards pulling. It's tough. You're really kind of tipping your hand there a little bit, and the Hornets are able to swarm to that ball, pun intended.
I get it. I'm with you.
We've been working on that for like 2 weeks.
This is well delivered. That's a little wing trip set. It's really not trips. It's just an edge blocker with the wing guy.
And that's going to be smothered up again. Good play there in the open field. Dean Massey really feeling it right now and letting this Hornet faithful know, hey, guys, we came here to win. We came here to win this game.
Yeah.
And watch Massey here. You can see him there, kind of in the middle, top middle of your screen, number 3. He's going to diagnose the play, get up underneath the block, and really get in there.
And Thatcher's, the other linebacker. They talk about middle linebackers being attached at the hip as they flow.
Almost like there's like a taut rope between them.
Yep, and they were fitting well on that run. This is play the ball game right now in my mind.
Yeah, I think so.
I mean, I know there's a lot of football left.
But, boy, getting the ball back here with a chance to, at the very least, run some clock would be huge, wouldn't it?
Well, and they have brought – remember the last time they flexed 12 down? Well, now he's not. He's coming back out. He was just going to get the play. Last time they flexed him.
They get it off. Pass the ball.
We got to be careful
here.
He's
taking a shot. Got pressure. He's going to run.
Was that a –
That ball's way overthrown.
That's great secondary coverage. Almost like it's not a sack, but almost a coverage sack.
Yeah, I would say so. Great coverage. Only a 2-man route, and we had 4 guys in coverage, so that wasn't that hard to cover, actually. You really kind of surprised they just don't throw it up to 12 and let him, try to go get one.
Yeah, I don't know why they don't throw the fade to him some. I mean, when you're stagnant offensively, right, sometimes you just got to go 50-50 ball.
You guys probably remember just a few years ago our team being in the wing tee, and our primary pass play was the fade to Ryan Powers who could go get it. Coming after the punt here, trying to make something happen. Don't get there. Kicker gets off a really good kick. Got a fair catch, caught by Jackson St. Clair.
And that's a great job because he's subbing in for Mason, who's banged up.
That's right.
And he's obviously played some in the punt return game. It would be nice just to go on a long drive here.
You know what I call that? I call that a patented Paul Johnson death march.
Oh, man, did you see where he was honored at Georgia Southern?
And Tech the following Saturday. It's Thursday night in Statesboro, Saturday in Atlanta.
I coached for Barney Hester at Tattnall, who won 11. Coach Hester, who I think the world of. Coach Hester was on staff at Georgia Southern with Paul Johnson. So I'm a big Paul Johnson fan, and Irk Russell and all that. And Brett's loving on me because of that, because he likes some Gator love. I'm all about that Gator.
I am too now. A lot of Westfield connections over there. And you get Hare again with the bust. And he's got Coach. He's passed the
he gave him a soft shoulder.
Oh, a little skirt. That's right. Sound effects matter.
Now
that's a gain of like 23 yards by Hare. And we're just kind of taking it at him, Coach.
Yeah, that's you look. Everybody can, nobody. Look at that block over there by Dean Massey at tight end. He was working 12.
Yes, sir. Dean's feeling it. Got not a late, but a late in the play block.
That's your boy AZ too.
Yeah. Come get you some.
Ooh. So, we mentioned Gator. I was talking about Gator and the other guys, another welfare remote. Gator don't play that.
Oh, my God. You're killing me, the other guys.
That's great.
The alter identity, right?
Yeah, this is fun to watch. I mean, this gives defense problems when the back's
see that stretch play again here probably, and it is.
Look at that line. Look at the movement that Trey Hardy's getting.
Coach.
Trey Hardy at tight end just driving his guy.
Coach, Jackson Hare is not getting touched for 7 yards.
Trey Hardy is working that guy. Hey, here's the deal. It's hard to simulate that in practice, especially when you hadn't seen those sets.
Mm-hmm.
And
look at him work right there. Look at him work with them extended arms.
Tell you what, Coach, grown man football right now.
I know we're calling Jackson Hare's name a good bit, but let's not. These two names, Trey Hardy, Dean Massey, these are seniors wanting to win their last home game here in the Nest.
That just felt the vibe.
There's some of our middle school guys right there.
Yeah, look at the hair. Definitely some hair guys.
Yeah, you got to have the flow. The flow is important. Little lettuce. 2nd and 3 now for the Hornets as they approach the 30-yard line. Almost moved a little early, but again, Hare not getting touched, Coach. He's getting 5-6 yards before he even feels contact. Our O-line is doing work.
And here's the deal. When there are more gaps, you just don't get to stunt and run around just run upfield and run where you want to and get pressure.
You called that from the first snap. That's the way you attack it. And Coach Campbell has.
Ooh, look at Rigdon McCall, 62 chip blocking.
And again, Trey Hardy, Coach, just working his man downfield. So It feels like Pacelli's is getting a little tired. We've leaned on him a good bit here. Some of those guys do play both ways.
Are we really saying, listen, you guys know the Max Preps more than me. So a victory against Pacelli, no way would bump us up into a 9.
I can't say that officially. But
that's hard to believe.
Well, number 9, Strong Rock, who we actually lost to, so you got to keep that in mind too.
Yeah, but in this world, everybody likes to say the whole body of work. The body of work, well. Yeah, I know head-to-head's important, but
looks like a little cramp there from Matthew Powers. By the way, a 6-yard gain on first down again.
Thatcher Reddick, they're just running upfield. I mean, Pacelli's number 5 edge player. I just think they're shell-shocked.
Powers got a little calf cramp, and he's going to have to tough that out because we certainly need him in the game.
I'm a little shocked that Pacelli hadn't taken it. Maybe they're just going to use all their timeouts on offense, but at some point you just kind of like, hey, guys,
with their lack of a true passing game, you feel like if you
Coach, you look up top right now, they don't have a defender in C or D gap.
Let's see if they come in here again with a positive yardage and they give him the first. It's going to be close.
Did you see how the defense was lined up away from the wingback? They did not have a defender in C or D gap, which tells me they're baffled right now because there's so many gaps to defend.
See if Coach Campbell will come back and attack that. Looking at a 3rd and short here, I'm going to call it 3rd and less than 1.
I think we've been running primarily to where we put the wing back. Oh, JJ came in like a
coming in hot. JJ on the radio.
I feel like I'm in Walmart.
You got to spill in all 3.
Let me get a price check.
Line up a little more soundly this time. Right over the center, expecting the sneak, and they get it, and you can't stop it.
Will McClain doing work. Matthew Powers.
Big Willie Mack up there. Matthew Powers playing through a cramp. Braden Gay putting his head down and hey, let's not forget he's running right behind your boy Wilt Leonard.
Yeah, that guy. That's a renaissance man.
I just saw Claire Champion on camera. Let me take a second to acknowledge her as a senior, our lone senior on the manager staff. Really does a good job working with Joe Allen, keeping these boys hydrated, working there in practice all week. People don't realize these managers are going to practice every day too.
And guess she got Stetson Bennett jersey on. No tech gear. No tech gear on that girl.
Well, she might want to pick somebody that actually graduated college after 7 years. But that's beside the point.
Hey, easy.
There's the stretch again. Hare trying to find a little room, doesn't find much.
Kind of got swallowed up there.
May have lost a yard even.
But got to hold on to the ball.
I'll tell you, I don't know if you can hear it in the background. Brett Taylor saying they're selling out now, so coming back to that boot might get them, Coach.
Yeah. Play action and I call it B flats. So fullback in the flats is good down on the plus side too. People coming off the edge and they don't cover the flats.
See our FCA coach Trevor McCullough down on the sideline there talking to Grayson Waller. Trevor does a good job mentoring these young men and coming to our games on Friday night, doing a little devotional on Thursdays. Anyway, Hornets ball, 2nd and 11, inside the 20. There's Hare downhill.
That's a good run.
It is a good run. A lot of bodies in the box there, so it's going to bring up about a 3rd and 8 or 9 probably. Let's call it 3rd and 8.
You wonder what kind of eye discipline that Pacelli secondary has. You wonder if you got maybe same action and maybe a tight end pop. You know what I'm saying? A tight end releasing on it.
Absolutely.
Because those secondary downhill trying to help in the run game. Can you ride it and slip the tight end?
Might would have liked to have seen it on 2nd down, but we'll see. A little extra time in the huddle here. Making sure we're all on the same page. Don't see the Hornets huddle a whole lot.
Well, we're at 10 on the play clock.
Under 10 now, yep.
We may go to that boot scheme right
plenty
here.
Plenty of time.
I think we're
getting the snap off. There's a handoff to Hare. Penetration in the backfield kind of ruined that one, and you got to be thinking field goal here to maybe stretch it to a full 7 if you can, but let's not – we got a timeout from Pacelli.
Yeah, I think we're going field goal because Russ is the snapper, and he was running on.
Got a timeout. I'll tell you what, let's take a quick break with them. You're watching Hornet football on Mid-Georgia Sports Network.
What's up, Houston County? My name's Megan. We are in the beautiful town of Perry, Georgia today. We are at Big Indian Creek Waterway, and we're going to talk about a little bit about the trails here and what all you can do in this park. So first off, if you go down this trail over here to my left, you will have 15 minutes of walking one way. If you do 15 minutes that way and 15 minutes back, You're at a total of 30 minutes. Come on, let's go. Come on, Bandit. Did you know that just 30 minutes of walking a day can do so much for your overall health? It can improve your mood. It can also improve your digestion. And it can also reduce your risk for heart disease. So why wouldn't you want to take a walk? This beautiful park here in Perry, Georgia is the perfect place to take a 15-minute to 30-minute walk. And it's dog friendly. So come join us and get housed and healthy today.
Welcome back to Perry, Georgia and the Hornets Nest. And a little bit of surprise, Coach Campbell sends out his offense on 4th and 10. Trying to go for the death knell here, possibly, Coach.
Oh, we drew them off sides. We're going to get a free 5.
Got a free 5, and I guess he was thinking, I'll take the timeout if I have to, or even a delay. So now I guess he just did it to help.
He just wanted a shorter field goal.
Just helped his kicker out.
I love it. Absolutely love it.
That's the call of a 30-year veteran right there.
Yeah, that's kind of a unique situation.
Coach, it's essentially 5 yards longer than a PAT, so you just hope he can get it up in the air this time.
Got to have a clean snap. Is he going off the ground? Is he a ground guy now?
It's shaded a little to the right side, right of center. The snap is down.
Snap. Oh, they got pressure.
They got through, but he busted through somehow. I don't know how.
Yeah, they
didn't block it. 12
it.
was there, but I guess it went right up under him. And that stretches the Hornet lead to 7, 17-10.
Wow.
Obviously would have loved to have had a touchdown there, but you got to feel good with a 7-point lead. The way your defense is playing, as you see the snap and hold. And I think, I'll be honest with you, Coach, if 12 lays out, I think he might get a chance to get it.
I don't want to speak too soon, but, Coach, we have played a clean game.
Sure have. I really like the pooch kick. I won't really call it a pooch, but the higher, shorter kick that Rankin did on the last kickoff. If we could kind of replicate that would be big, wouldn't it?
It would. And Coach Twilly, your little Coach Twilly sighting on the sideline. Got his sunglasses on his hat. That man's always working. He's like, I ain't got time to set
always working.
I don't have time to set my sunglasses down.
I'll probably still be there when he wakes up in the morning, Coach.
Hey, man.
Interesting the way the Hornets line up. You see this with the big gap in the middle here?
kind of run in.
Yep.
There's a lot of theories that kind of.
Three guys deep here all of a sudden. That's new.
It's kind of, do you go squib down the hash? You almost wish you could check the squib down the.
I wish you could backspin lob one there in the gap and let it sit. There's the high kick to the right side. Really perfect. If we can tackle it.
Oh, that's a really good job by Waller.
So what great discipline.
Waller and
we got a camera problem. Twilly on it though, Coach. Is that Twilly?
Is that part of our stuff, Middle Georgia? What is it?
Is that some of the camera stuff for the football team? Great coverage there by the Hornets. Starting field position to 25. There you see the Hornet faithful. Braving some of the cold weather to sit through the game.
Student
section fired up. Those aren't Pacelli fans, folks. It was wear your favorite college jersey day or college sweatshirt or whatever, and a lot of Georgia fans here. And
Willie Stringer sighting over there, too, by the way. Willie Stringer's done a good job.
Oh, Mr. Fundamental, Coach. Mr. Fundamental. With all due respect to Colby Hill, who was the previous Mr. Fundamental, we got a flag for delay of game, I believe, Coach. It is. Anytime that back judge throws it, that's usually what it is. It's either that or too many men on the field, and he gives the delay of game signal. That tells you right there that this offensive coordinator is a little confused by what the Hornets are doing.
Kind of, you see Pacelli in uncharted, kind of uncomfortable territory.
4 wide here.
And just don't give up the big home run. Stop and go, double move, kind of.
Got a chance, find the ball. Ball that could have possibly even should have been intercepted possibly, but we were certainly there. And Waller gets a little bump from his opponent just to let him know. Nice catch. But
good coverage by Win Hoots.
Oh, yeah, Hoots was there. Little double move, like you said, throws it up. And a good job on Waller getting over as a safety. And he's going to wish he had that one as he lays his head on the pillow later tonight. But that's okay. Second and we'll call it 17 or so, 16.
16. Based on the sticks.
Well,
And
based on the sticks, I guess maybe 15. I guess
15 and a half. And they're going to
run
it.
There's a little run, and he's stuck. He is going to get about 4 or 5 yards back, but they're looking now at 3rd and long, 3rd and 10 right here.
That tells me that with them running it, they're just going to go ahead because it's inside. They're going to go ahead and just play it 2 down from here.
Clock is ticking down under 3:30, so it is possible. And I guess with only,
you wouldn't punt. Because they're not hurry up.
If our board is right, and I have no reason to believe it wouldn't, it's 1 timeout left for Pacelli, so they certainly can't punt and hope to.
What I'm saying is, if they throw an incomplete pass here, I still think they go for it.
Yeah.
Just because.
You're right. I was trying to rationalize that out, but I'm doing a poor job. Now Coach Campbell wants to burn one of his timeouts because he knows this is the big down.
Student section.
So we'll stay here in the big moment. The clock is now at 2 minutes and 58 seconds. Hornets on top, 17-10 over the number 1 or 2 ranked team in the state, depending on which day you look at the rankings. I still haven't heard a score from Stratford and FPD.
We know Vikings, right? Either way, it's Vikings.
I would think you'd have to wonder. Southland is up on Deerfield 14-0 in the 4th. Gatewood 35-8 over Brentwood.
Get a Stratford Twitter score.
Still looking for some scores here as we wait for the teams to come out of timeout.
Stratford Twitter, Vikings lead 28-6.
I can't say I'm surprised by that.
No, I'm not either. And FPD's trending up.
Certainly are. I have to wonder with their quarterback healthy if they may not be one of the state favorites, especially based on tonight's result. But so we're back in action here, 3rd and 10 for the Vikings, and it's they're approaching do or die territory here.
But they're in a traditional wing T set.
Wing T set.
So are they going to throw just a 50-50 ball to their wideout? No, they're going Sally.
Little Sally or
counter Trey.
And who's that coming up to make the play? It's the corner, I believe, Win Hoots.
Trey Hardy's in there flowing, so they went not Sally, but the counter Trey.
It was a weird-looking counter Trey. The quarterback kind of spun around, made you wonder a little bit.
They went with the underneath handoff.
Yep, it's 4th down now, and Coach, I'm with you. This play is the game if the Hornets can get a stop, 4th and 4. And you have to wonder if the Vikings, they do have 1 timeout left. Might be worth calling. They're burning a lot of clock. 2 minutes and 20 seconds left.
They look really uncomfortable. They're definitely just going to say this is it. It's one possession.
I think they're going to run jet here.
Yeah, they're going to go
or
jet
rocket
up
toss
top.
Possibly, yeah.
Just jet
There's
up
the
top.
Jet.
And they out-leveraged us.
Uh-oh.
We got kind of sucked in and got out-leveraged.
We got a chance to get him, which will be big, and we knock him out of bounds out around the 24, 23-yard line, it looks like.
Oh, we got it.
We got a replay coming here, and they did
So
get
they're in an
leverage.
overset, and they just reach, and we got to get a half, and Brock kind of doesn't fit up wide enough.
Looks like the 23, 24-yard line for the spot, maybe even closer to the 25, actually. So the Hornets have got to bow their neck here, try to keep them out of the end zone. Little waggle action. He's going to try to throw it again. He lets it go. Tipped away at the last second. Great play there.
And their route spacing was not good.
Was that Neil O'Brien on the tip, possibly?
Look, I'm looking at it on this screen. They looked all on top of each other, didn't they?
Maybe get a replay here from.
So that it's waggle, and he's booting away. So he should have did he boot back to the split? Or
I'm not sure what I called the yard line a while ago. It's a 20-yard line. I may have said the 25. I apologize. There was a lot going on at that moment. But, yeah, that waggle boot action hasn't looked real clean all night, has it?
And their routes were all on top of each other.
They sure were. We had a lot of green jerseys there. It should be nice to get one.
So they're in a Now they're heavy to the boundary. Are they just going to go hand sweep to the boundary? Yep.
They are. Tries to cut it up inside. We tackle him after he gains about 6 yard line. 6 yards maybe? Not the 6 yard line, I apologize. 6 yards, put it on about the 14.
And it's third down, actually.
Third down and 4. The clock is ticking close to 1 minute and 30 seconds left. You can see your action there. Hornets doing a good job. Need to get a stop.
There's
your
the
reverse.
scissors. Isn't that your scissors? Oh, Wynn's got to stay leveraged.
Well, they score with 1:19 left in the game.
Did you see how Wynn kind of does?
He did.
Yeah.
Got pulled in, sucked in a little bit with the action away.
Well, some people call that scissors.
Yeah, it
It's
is. It is scissors. That's exactly what it is. So, older wing team play. But, hey, the extra point's got to be made, too. Let's not forget that.
If I'm Pacelli, and I'm probably going for 2, honestly. Because a lot of high school,
and
the miss rate.
they must be, because I don't see the kicker on the
I think
field.
they're going for 2. Because
they're in the water bucket, look.
Yeah.
Or I guess I wouldn't call it the water bucket.
Yeah, you're right, Brett, but think about the miss rate in high school. It's just, I'd rather just win it or lose it instead of the best you can do is tie it.
He's going to call a timeout and think this over, I guess. Well, maybe not. He's still got 15 seconds on the play clock. So they're getting ready. The Hornet coaches were asking their guys to get down in a three-point stance, and Pacelli is going to take a timeout to talk it over. And then I understand what you're saying there, Coach Farmer. You're maybe go for 2. You're on the road.
So in 1997, probably the gutsiest call I've ever seen in the state championship. Mount DeSales and Tatton. And Coach Jones says he was the recipient of one of these one year. I know he'd say, unfortunately. I was actually on that staff, too, at Titan. We went for 2 on this very field in the semis and said we're going to either win it or lose it down on that end zone to the left.
Mm-hmm.
That would have been in 1998, I believe. And we were down 1, had the ball the last in overtime, and we ran slant bubble, and Josh Luzier ran it in. It was a walk-off.
Remember that name.
You know, point being is that sometimes you just don't – if your kicker's not 100%, you just don't want to risk that. If you're going to lose it with a chance to win, not with just a chance to tie.
Right.
Especially if you're Pacelli in this situation. And I mean, they may turn around here and kick it. I mean, I think they're going to go for 2. I don't see anybody holding a tee or holding. I think they're going to go for it. So
big play here. And the Hornet defense rise up, and does Coach Campbell want to get a timeout to talk about it?
Yeah.
And he does.
So, but the other big one that was crazy in 97 at Henderson Stadium, Coach Hester, the legend, he, as far as I'm concerned, Barney Hester and Ronnie Jones, I mean, they've won a million games between them. In 97, Coach Hester down 35-34 has the ball in the second or third overtime. He has the ball last, goes for 2, and walks it off and wins 36-35 because he was like, I don't want to put it on my kicker. Kicker have to live with that, especially in the state championship game. Just miss it, and the best you could do was tie.
Well, I know what time Barney Hester took a double overtime loss in the state championship game.
I know. You remind me often of the glory years of the Raiders.
Well, at any rate, we're back action live here. Ball on the 3-yard line for the extra point. Pacelli Vikings coming out to go for 2 and possibly the win, certainly the lead at least. There is a good bit of time left for the Hornets.
Yeah, you wonder.
Shotgun look. They're going to come back to their more base set now.
I don't think they were set. I don't think they were
Hornets
set.
have it strung out. Is it going to get in? Is it short? Where's the call? What's the call?
Oh, wow. There's not. Oh,
There's
wow.
no call.
Wow.
There's no call. The ball, we've got the ball in the end zone.
Oh, this is going to get.
There's still no call. They have to say it's short. They don't know where the ball was. The clock is stopped now. Oh, it's a short.
Wow.
It's a stop for the Hornets. Goal line stand on the extra point.
Wow.
It's going to be a 1-point lead held on to. Pacelli has no timeouts.
And so we need to just possess the kickoff.
You know an onside kick is coming.
Wow.
Pacelli went for it went for 2 on the extra point and the possible win. Went with a little wildcat off tackle. The Hornets stood tall and came in with the ball. I'm not sure if that was after the play or what, but nonetheless, we'll look at our replay here and see what we can see. We're not going to see a great look at the goal line, but you see a mass of bodies, and I don't see him fall forward, Coach. I don't.
The ball is.
Yeah, the ball.
Trey Hardy's got the ball in his hand.
Came away with the ball, so not real sure. Anyway, nonetheless, the Hornets get the call either way. Great play by the defense.
Wow.
And obviously they got their hands team on the field. You'll see Pacelli setting up on the near hash.
And this is a different kicker. This is not number 7.
Ah, very good. That's right.
And he's does he have the ball on a tee? Is there even a tee? Yeah, he's going to put it on a tee.
There.
The ref just said it. So will he go the conventional?
They're going 5 and 5.
Yeah, that's a little
surprising.
strange. I thought they'd go 4 and 6 and go hash to hash.
Not sure why Hoots is going over to that side. I guess the kicker is, but if he kicks it deep left, we got to hustle over and cover
he may yank it and try to go onside into the boundary here and wrap around
it.
Here
comes the kick.
Yeah, he does the old. Oh my gosh!
They're still batting around. I think Pacelli might have gotten it, Coach.
Golly, the old muddle.
I think they might have gotten it.
That's our first not clean play. We've been talking about playing clean all night.
It's just tough though, Coach. They were really ahead of the ball. The ball was such a quality kick by the kicker there.
Yeah, that's dirty.
But Coach, here's your replay there. And we got the first man through just decleated one of our guys. And
we remember we ran it last year in middle school. We didn't run it any this year, but we were 2 for 2 last year in middle school.
Yeah, it's just a great kick by the kicker. Yeah, it's a good job executing the onside kick by the Pacelli Vikings. But you know what? You got to pick your head up.
Yeah, you got to forget about it. You got to go
and make a play.
Hey, you've been playing good defense all night except that jet sweep.
That's right. Pacelli has no timeout, so running the ball is not really. And they can obviously, but it's not necessarily what.
And we're going with some personnel people.
We had to call a timeout to save our bacon a little bit.
Which is not good if they were to score.
Yeah, but you can't let them get a cheap one. So, well, here we are to set the table here. We're up actually 17-16 with 1:19 left. We've stopped a 2-point conversion play from the Pacelli Vikings to try to take the lead, but Pacelli able to recover the onside kick. They now have the ball on the 44-yard line of the Westfield Hornets. And the Hornets have to come up with a stop, Coach. Now the field goal kicker, which a field goal could win it, down 17-16 for Pacelli.
Apparently, I'm on screen right now. Look at that. Golly, that is that old man. Coach, it's cold. It just all of a sudden got cold.
Hey, little breeze blowing through the window, but, it's getting later into the night. So,
when the sun goes down. I can't sing like you can.
So, the teams are being blown back onto the field by the referees.
Rally cap, Jay, we just need to make them earn this.
Absolutely. And you just wonder how much they can run the ball with 1:19 left.
And they're not comfortable going hurry up.
And
they are really uncomfortable when they have to speed up.
And they're not comfortable passing the ball. So
they're
maybe
not.
we can get away. We'll take one away right here and just kneel on it. They're coming out in a run. Look.
Yeah, that's a run to the boundary down here. There's
no.
Oh, no. We've gotten sealed down over here.
Good play by Hoots to make the tackle, but they're closer to field goal range. Coach, what would be your guess as to where they need to get for a field goal try?
I mean, the guy's got a good leg, but, it's obviously he's looked good on kickoff. His PAT wasn't really driven, the one I think they would probably want something inside a 30-yarder. Like right now, they're out of their range. Yeah, they're outside of their range right now, and they're in uncomfortable mode.
And now the clock is ticking. They are down close to 50 seconds, and you got to figure.
You can tell this is not something they, a lot of teams have hurry-up period every day, and they are really uncomfortable in this.
They're substituting, which takes more time, down to 40 seconds.
I mean, they'd have been better off just line up and spike it. But they go rocket.
We come up and tackle it. Dean Massey on a big hit. 26 seconds, 25 seconds.
They might as well just spike it.
They're going to have to spike it.
Are they just going to try to run a play? This is not
under 20.
This is not a clinic on the. Now they got
fourth
down.
It. Fourth down.
And are they sending in a different? No, it's different personnel.
The students, our student body that's here, is gathered behind the goalpost, hoping the Hornets can get a hold.
Are they going out with a kicker? No, I don't see a kicker. 70's coming out with the tee, Coach.
They're gonna.
70 is walking out with the tee. This is going to be a 40-yarder, 39-yarder. 39-yarder.
The chance for the Hornets to win it.
They have to go for it because they have no timeouts.
The snap is down. The kick is up. Is it long enough? Coach, it might be good.
He missed it.
He missed it.
He missed it
left.
And the Hornets have shot the wall.
The Hornets are going to win. The Hornets going to win the game. What a job by the Hornets.
Pulled it left.
He had the leg. You're right, but he pulled it left. The Hornets will have to kneel on it one time. Our student section is going bananas in the end zone.
They're probably taking the football. If you're Pacelli's manager, the ball's in the end zone.
They have thrown it back into the field of play. What a break for the Hornets with the kick, the missed kick. What an outstanding win. Nobody saw this coming, Coach, except for the guys on our team and our coaching staff.
Yep. I tell you, those seniors, they have a gleam in their eye today.
State of Georgia, GIAA. Look what happened in Perry, Georgia tonight. Big upset by the Hornets, who were playing fantastic football. There's the knee, and that's going to be your ball game. What an upset. What an upset. Students stormed the field. Students stormed the field. What a night. Man, big goal line play on a two-point conversion. Oh, my goodness, Coach. What a night for the Hornets with a huge win. You see the scene on the field. What a moment. Westfield Hornets over the Pacelli Vikings 17-16. And, Coach, what a confidence boost heading into the playoffs for the Hornets.
And we said, hey, you hang around and keep it low scoring. Keep it low scoring.
That's
you
right.
got a chance.
Yes, sir.
And we did that by running the ball and playing, bending but not breaking. We gave the longest run was that jet out of the overset. And other than that, we played great defense.
Yep, sure did. I'll tell you what, Coach, let's talk about our Sonic player of the game a little bit here.
It's Jackson Hare, right?
That's got to be Jackson Hare. Little love to Mike Leeson before he got hurt. He might have been on track to get it. But, yeah, you got to go Jackson Hare the way he ran the ball. And not necessarily the player of the game, but I do want to give a shout-out to that O-line and tight ends and blocking backs.
I thought Trey Hardy was pretty outstanding at tight end, as well as the whole O-line.
Several times, Jackson will tell you, I had 5 yards before I was touched. And I'm going to tell you, Coach, what a statement win by the Hornets. Whoever we end up seeing in the first round is not going to be real excited to see the Hornets come into town.
You don't want to prepare for that offense right now because you're going to be spending a lot of time watching film and going, what set am I going to see now? I mean, how do I prepare for all this? Are they going to run it? They're going to throw it? They're going to use their weapons? Or am I going to get Jackson Hare 100 carries on me, and that big old line and those heavy sets?
I don't know if you were able to see it on the screen, but Jack Campbell just got a water bath, a bucket ice water bath, and I know it's nice and cold, but you don't mind it.
No, not at all.
If you look at go back to our keys to the game for Pacelli, they had to pressure the quarterback. I think they did. They had to start quick on offense. They had, I would say, moderate success there. Limit turnovers, they did, and limit their penalties, which I guess they kind of did too. But where we really wanted, I think we kind of hit all the marks here.
Well, and I'm going to give a shout-out to Braden Gay. I'm not going to say we protected him great. He made some plays in the boot game. Booting with pressure in his face and just enough time to get it out there to the flats.
Right.
So I'm going to say we protected the quarterback, but he made some plays for himself.
Absolutely, absolutely. And did everything we had to do to win the game and really made some clutch plays at the end to win it. But at the end of the night, it's another dub for Westfield Hornets. 17-16, big win for J.J. Siegel and my man Brent and Red Farmer.
It's been fun.
It's been a lot of fun. Do what? What'd I call you? My bad. Yeah. I said Brett. I say Brent. I meant to say Brett. We got a Brent on staff. I'm sorry, Brett. Brett Taylor, everybody. J.J. Siegel, Red Farmer. I'm Ken Fowler. Cast of ones on the camera. Just absolute excellent job tonight. Great job for the program. Had a lot of fun tonight, guys. We will see you next week on the road for the playoffs.
Who knows where?
Don't know where yet, but we'll be there, right, Brett? We will be there. Okay. Once again, great win for the Hornets tonight over a highly ranked Pacelli team, 17-16. Congratulations to Coach Campbell and all his staff and team. and we'll see you next week here on Mid-Georgia Sports Network.